Life is a journey filled with challenges, triumphs, and countless moments that test our strength, resilience, and purpose. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, lost, or uncertain about the path we're on. We're constantly bombarded with demands from work, family, and society, each pulling us in different directions. It can sometimes feel as though we're adrift in a sea of chaos, struggling to find our way to solid ground. But what if there was a way to navigate life's storms with a calm mind and an unshakable spirit? What if you could face each day with confidence, knowing that no matter what challenges come your way, you have the power to overcome them? This is where the wisdom of the ancient Stoics comes into play, offering us a timeless guide to living a life of strength, peace, and purpose. Imagine waking up each morning with a clear sense of direction, feeling centered and grounded in your values. Picture yourself navigating the ups and downs of life with grace and composure, no longer swayed by the opinions of others or the unexpected twists of fate. This isn't a fantasy. It's a reality that can be achieved through the practice of Stoicism. Stoicism, a philosophy that originated in ancient Greece over 2,000 years ago, is more than just a set of abstract ideas. It's a practical guide to living a better, more meaningful life. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control the events that happen to us, we can control how we respond to them. This simple yet profound principle is the cornerstone of their teachings, and it's what makes Stoicism so powerful. At the heart of Stoicism is the idea that true power comes from within. It's not about dominating others or bending the world to your will. Instead, it's about mastering yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. When you learn to control these aspects of your life, you unlock a level of freedom and strength that is truly transformative. We all face challenges, whether it's dealing with difficult people, overcoming setbacks, or managing our own fears and doubts. These challenges can sometimes feel insurmountable, but Stoicism teaches us that they are not only manageable, but also opportunities for growth. By embracing the Stoic mindset, you can turn obstacles into stepping stones, using each challenge as a chance to build your character and fortify your resolve. Think about the last time you faced a difficult situation. Perhaps you felt anger, frustration, or even despair. These emotions, while natural, can cloud our judgment and lead us down a path of reaction rather than reason. The Stoics teach us that we have the power to choose our response to any situation. Instead of reacting with anger or fear, we can choose patience, understanding, and calm. This shift in perspective can make all the difference in how we experience life's challenges. One of the most liberating aspects of Stoicism is its focus on what is within our control. We spend so much of our lives worrying about things we cannot change, other people's opinions, the outcome of events, or even the past. But the Stoics remind us that true peace comes from letting go of these concerns and focusing instead on what we can control, our own thoughts and actions. Imagine the freedom that comes from releasing the need to control everything around you. No longer burdened by the weight of the world, you can direct your energy toward becoming the best version of yourself. You can cultivate inner peace, even in the midst of chaos, and approach each day with a sense of purpose and determination. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its simplicity. It doesn't require you to adopt complex rituals or esoteric beliefs. Instead, it invites you to make small, intentional changes in your daily life, changes that can lead to profound transformation. By practicing self-control, embracing gratitude, and focusing on what truly matters, you can begin to reshape your life from the inside out. As you embark on this journey, you'll discover that Stoicism is not about denying your emotions or becoming detached from the world. On the contrary, it's about embracing life fully, with all its joys and sorrows, and finding strength in every experience. It's about developing a deep sense of resilience that allows you to thrive, no matter what life throws your way. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. The Stoics believed that life's trials are not to be feared, but to be embraced as the forge in which our character is shaped. With each challenge, you have the chance to practice patience, to strengthen your resolve, and to deepen your understanding of yourself and the world around you. As you explore the teachings of Stoicism, you'll find that they are not just relevant to life's big moments, but to the small, everyday interactions that shape our lives. Whether it's dealing with a frustrating coworker, managing stress, or simply finding the motivation to pursue your goals, Stoic principles offer practical solutions that can help you navigate life with greater ease and clarity. The path to empowerment through Stoicism is not about becoming someone else or achieving some distant ideal. It's about discovering the strength that already lies within you and learning to harness it in every aspect of your life. It's about recognizing that you are capable of more than you ever imagined, and that with the right mindset, you can overcome any obstacle. As you continue on this journey, remember that Stoicism is a practice. It's not something you master overnight, but rather a lifelong commitment to personal growth and self-improvement. Each day is an opportunity to practice the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. With time, these practices will become second nature, guiding you through life with a steady hand and a clear mind. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, Stoicism offers a beacon of hope and a path to inner peace. It's a philosophy that empowers you to take control of your life, not by changing the world around you, yourself from within. As you embrace these teachings, you'll find that you are stronger, more resilient, and more at peace than you ever thought possible. So, as you stand at the threshold of this journey, take a deep breath and prepare to unlock the power within you. The wisdom of the Stoics is timeless, and its lessons are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. With each step you take, you'll move closer to a life of purpose, strength, and unshakable inner peace. The journey won't always be easy, but it will be worth it. And as you walk this path, you'll discover that the greatest power you can ever possess is the power to master yourself. As you step onto the path of Stoic empowerment, the first lesson you must internalize is that of self-control. The world around us is filled with distractions, temptations, and challenges that constantly test our ability to stay true to our values and goals. In a moment of weakness, it's easy to give in, to let our emotions drive our actions, to indulge in fleeting pleasures, or to be swayed by external pressures. But what if you could rise above these impulses, mastering the art of self-control in every aspect of your life? Imagine the strength you would possess if you could navigate life's temptations with unwavering discipline, choosing your actions not out of impulse, but from a place of deliberate intention. This is the essence of self-control, a virtue that the Stoics valued above all others. It's the foundation upon which all other aspects of a strong, resilient character are built. In a world where instant gratification is just a click away, the ability to exercise self-control is more important than ever. It's not just about resisting temptations, it's about taking full ownership of your actions and decisions, even when the path is difficult. This level of discipline requires a deep understanding of yourself and a commitment to living by principles that transcend momentary desires. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from within, and that by mastering your inner world, you can remain steadfast in the face of external chaos. As you delve into the techniques that will help you cultivate self-control, you'll discover that this practice is not about denying yourself pleasure or living a life of rigid austerity. Instead, It's about developing the inner strength to choose your responses consciously, to act in alignment with your highest values, and to remain unshaken by the ups and downs of life. Self-control is a skill that can be learned, practiced, and perfected. It's a journey that requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to confront the parts of yourself that resist change. But as you begin to harness this power, you'll find that it opens up new possibilities in every area of your life. From managing your emotions to achieving your goals, self-control is the key that unlocks your true potential. As we explore the Stoic techniques for mastering self-control, prepare to challenge your assumptions, question your habits, and step into a new level of personal mastery. This is more than just a lesson in discipline. It's a path to true empowerment, where every choice you make is aligned with the person you aspire to be. The first technique begins with the understanding that you are not your emotions. Too often, we allow our emotions to dictate our actions, reacting in the heat of the moment without considering the long-term consequences. The Stoics teach us that emotions are natural, but they don't have to control us. By recognizing the distinction between feeling an emotion and acting on it, you can begin to separate yourself from the impulsive responses that often lead to regret. Imagine being able to pause in the midst of anger, frustration, or anxiety, and choose a response that aligns with your true intentions. This is the essence of self-control, acknowledging your emotions, but not letting them dictate your behavior. The Stoics practiced this by regularly reflecting on their reactions, asking themselves whether their responses were driven by reason or by a fleeting emotion. This simple practice of self-inquiry can be transformative, allowing you to respond to life's challenges with clarity and purpose. Take, for example, the emotion of anger. In the heat of the moment, anger can feel all-consuming, driving us to say or do things we later regret. But if you can pause, even for a few seconds, and ask yourself whether your anger is serving you or whether it is merely a reaction to something beyond your control, you can regain your composure. By doing so, you transform your anger into a powerful motivator for change, rather than allowing it to lead you down a destructive path. This practice of pausing before reacting is a cornerstone of Stoic self-control. It's about creating a space between stimulus and response, a space where you can choose how to act rather than reacting impulsively. Over time, this pause becomes more natural, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with greater wisdom and intentionality. Another powerful technique is to cultivate mindfulness of your thoughts. The Stoics understood that our thoughts shape our reality, and that by controlling our thoughts, we can control our actions. But this isn't about suppressing negative thoughts or forcing yourself to think positively. It's about observing your thoughts with a sense of detachment, recognizing which ones serve you and which ones do not. When you become aware of the thoughts that lead to impulsive behavior, you can begin to change them. For instance, if you find yourself thinking, "I can't resist this temptation," you can challenge that thought with a more empowering one. "I have the strength to choose what is best for me." Over time, this practice of mindful awareness will help you develop a mindset that supports self-control rather than undermining it. Consider how often we allow our thoughts to run on autopilot, leading us down paths of worry, fear, or doubt. By bringing conscious awareness to these thoughts, you can begin to take control of your mental landscape. This doesn't mean trying to force your mind to be calm and clear all the time, but rather observing your thoughts with curiosity and compassion and choosing which ones to act upon. For example, when you catch yourself thinking negatively about a challenging situation, you can pause and ask yourself whether this thought is helpful or harmful. By choosing to let go of thoughts that do not serve you, you free yourself from the mental clutter that often leads to impulsive actions. This practice of mindful thinking is a powerful tool for cultivating self-control, allowing you to navigate life with greater clarity and focus. Another aspect of self-control is learning to delay gratification. In our modern world, we're conditioned to seek immediate rewards, whether it's the instant pleasure of a sugary treat or the quick fix of a social media like. But the Stoics remind us that true fulfillment comes from pursuing long-term goals, not short-term pleasures. By practicing the art of delaying gratification, you strengthen your ability to stay focused on what truly matters, rather than being swayed by momentary desires. One way to develop this skill is to set small challenges for yourself, opportunities to practice self-restraint in everyday situations. It could be something as simple as waiting an extra hour before eating a meal or resisting the urge to check your phone during a conversation. These small acts of discipline build your capacity for self-control, preparing you to face larger challenges with greater resolve. Delaying gratification is not about denying yourself the pleasures of life, but about choosing when and how to enjoy them in a way that aligns with your long-term goals. For example, if you're trying to save money, you might practice delaying the purchase of a non-essential item by waiting a few days to see if you still feel the same desire. Often, the initial impulse will fade, and you'll find that you no longer need the item, allowing you to save both money and mental energy. This practice can be applied to many areas of life, from health and fitness to personal relationships. By delaying gratification, you create space to consider your actions more carefully, ensuring that they align with your values and goals. Over time, this builds a habit of self-control that extends to all aspects of your life, allowing you to make decisions that support your overall well-being. In addition to delaying gratification, the Stoics also emphasized the importance of moderation. They believed that excess in any form, whether it's in eating, drinking, or even working, leads to imbalance and ultimately weakens our self-control. By practicing moderation, you create a balanced life where your desires are kept in check, allowing you to focus on what truly brings you fulfillment. This doesn't mean denying yourself the pleasures of life, but rather enjoying them in a way that doesn't consume you. It's about finding the middle path where you can experience life's joys without becoming attached to them. This balanced approach to life helps you maintain your self-control, even in the face of temptation. For instance, when it comes to eating, practicing moderation might mean enjoying a dessert occasionally, rather than indulging every day. By doing so, you savor the treat without letting it become a habit that undermines your health goals. This same principle can be applied to work, relationships, and leisure activities, striking a balance that allows you to enjoy life's pleasures without losing sight of your long-term goals. Moderation is not about restriction, but about making conscious choices that support your overall well-being. By practicing moderation in all areas of life, you strengthen your self-control and create a sense of harmony that allows you to live with greater ease and contentment. Another key technique in mastering self-control is to cultivate a sense of purpose. When you have a clear understanding of your values and goals, it becomes easier to make decisions that align with them. The Stoics believed that living in accordance with nature, meaning living in a way that aligns with your true self and the greater good, was the path to a fulfilling life. By regularly reflecting on your purpose and what truly matters to you, you can strengthen your resolve to act in ways that support your long-term well-being, rather than giving in to short-term desires. To cultivate a sense of purpose, it's important to take time to reflect on what you truly value. This might involve journaling, meditation, or simply spending time in nature, allowing yourself the space to connect with your inner wisdom. Once you have a clear sense of your purpose, you can use it as a guiding principle in your daily life, helping you to make decisions that support your long-term goals. For example, If you value health and well-being, you might choose to prioritize exercise and healthy eating, even when it's challenging. By keeping your purpose in mind, you strengthen your ability to stay disciplined in the face of temptation, knowing that each choice you make is moving you closer to your ultimate goal. Purpose is a powerful motivator for self-control, giving you a sense of direction and clarity in your actions. When you live with purpose, you are less likely to be swayed by momentary desires or external pressures, allowing you to stay focused on what truly matters. To further develop your self-control, it's important to embrace discomfort. The Stoics understood that growth comes from stepping outside of your comfort zone and facing challenges head-on. By willingly embracing discomfort, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental, you build resilience and strengthen your ability to remain disciplined in the face of adversity. This could mean pushing yourself to take on a difficult task, confronting a fear, or enduring a situation that makes you uncomfortable. Each time you do, you expand your capacity for self-control, proving to yourself that you can handle more than you thought possible. Over time, this practice of embracing discomfort will become second nature, allowing you to approach life's challenges with greater courage and determination. For example, if you're trying to build a new habit, such as exercising regularly, you might start by embracing the discomfort of waking up early or pushing through a challenging workout. Each time you choose to embrace this discomfort, you build your self-control, making it easier to stay committed to your goals. The more you practice embracing discomfort, the more resilient you become. This resilience extends to all areas of life, allowing you to navigate challenges with greater ease and confidence. By willingly stepping into discomfort, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined, strengthening your self-control in the process. Another powerful Stoic practice for developing self-control is the use of negative visualization. This involves imagining the worst-case scenario in a given situation, not to dwell on negativity, but to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for whatever may come. By considering the potential challenges you might face, you can develop strategies to maintain your composure and self-control, even in difficult circumstances. For example, if you're facing a stressful situation at work, you might visualize the possible obstacles you could encounter and think through how you would handle them with calm and reason. This practice helps you to anticipate challenges and strengthens your ability to respond with self-control, rather than being caught off guard and reacting impulsively. Negative visualization is not about expecting the worst, but about preparing for it. By mentally rehearsing how you would handle difficult situations, you build your capacity for self-control, making it easier to stay calm and focused when challenges arise. This practice also helps to reduce anxiety as you become more confident in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. An essential aspect of mastering self-control is the cultivation of patience. In a world that moves at breakneck speed, the ability to be patient is a rare and valuable skill. The Stoics taught that patience is not simply waiting for things to happen, but actively choosing to remain calm and composed in the face of delays, obstacles, or frustrations. Practicing patience means accepting that some things are beyond your control and that rushing or forcing outcomes often leads to more harm than good. It's about trusting the process and allowing things to unfold in their own time. By cultivating patience, you strengthen your ability to stay focused on your goals, even when progress seems slow or obstacles arise. For example, if you're working towards a long-term goal, such as building a business or learning a new skill, it's important to practice patience as you navigate the inevitable challenges and setbacks. By accepting that progress takes time and effort, you build your self-control, allowing you to stay committed to your goals even when the going gets tough. Patience is a powerful tool for self-control, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and composure. By cultivating patience, you free yourself from the stress and anxiety that often accompany the pursuit of long-term goals, allowing you to stay focused on what truly matters. Another key to self-control is understanding the concept of the dichotomy of control, a central teaching in Stoic philosophy. This principle teaches that there are things within our control, such as our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, and things outside of our control, such as other people's actions, external events, and outcomes. By focusing only on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and anxiety, allowing you to maintain self-control in any situation. This doesn't mean becoming indifferent or passive, but rather directing your energy where it can make the most difference. When you focus on controlling your own behavior and responses, you empower yourself to act with integrity and purpose, regardless of the circumstances. This shift in focus from external events to internal mastery is a powerful tool for developing self-control. For example, if you're dealing with a difficult person or situation, you might remind yourself that you cannot control their actions, but you can control your own response. By focusing on what you can control, you free yourself from the frustration and stress that often accompany difficult situations, allowing you to stay calm and composed. As you continue to practice these Stoic techniques, you'll find that self-control is not about suppressing your desires or denying your emotions. Instead, it's about harnessing your inner strength to make choices that align with your values and long-term goals. It's about living with intention and purpose, rather than being driven by impulse or external pressures. The more you practice self-control, the more empowered you become. Each small victory, whether it's resisting a temptation, staying calm in a stressful situation, or following through on a commitment, reinforces your ability to take control of your life. Over time, these small acts of discipline add up, creating a foundation of strength and resilience that will serve you in every aspect of your life. In this journey toward mastering self-control, remember that progress is gradual. It's not about perfection, but about continuous improvement. Each day is an opportunity to practice, to learn, and to grow. With each step you take, you move closer to the empowered life that Stoicism offers, a life where you are the master of your mind, your emotions, and your actions. As you integrate these practices into your daily life, you'll begin to notice a shift in how you respond to challenges and temptations. You'll find yourself becoming more patient, more disciplined, and more in control of your actions. This newfound self-control will not only help you achieve your goals, but will also bring a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. By mastering self-control, you are laying the groundwork for all other aspects of personal growth. With a strong foundation of discipline, you are better equipped to face life's challenges, pursue your dreams, and live in alignment with your true self. The journey may be long, but the rewards are immeasurable. As you continue on this path, remember that self-control is not just about resisting temptations or staying disciplined in the face of challenges. It's about cultivating a deep sense of inner strength, a resilience that allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and confidence. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be, strong, purposeful, and in control of your destiny. With each step you take on this journey, you are empowering yourself to live a life of true freedom, a life where you are no longer controlled by external circumstances, but guided by your inner wisdom and strength. This is the power of Stoicism, and it is within your reach. All it takes is the commitment to practice, to learn, and to grow. And as you do, you will discover that the greatest power you can ever possess is the power to master yourself. By mastering self-control, you lay the foundation for a life guided by intention and purpose. With each small victory over your impulses, you begin to forge a path toward greater clarity and inner strength. But as you continue this journey, you'll encounter a new challenge, one that can undermine even the strongest resolve if left unchecked: negative thinking. Just as self-control is essential for guiding your actions, learning to overcome negative thinking is crucial for shaping your inner dialogue. It's the key to transforming the thoughts that arise in moments of doubt, fear, or frustration into a source of strength and resilience. Imagine a life where every thought that crosses your mind is a stepping stone toward your goals rather than a stumbling block. What if you could transform your inner dialogue from one of doubt and negativity to one of empowerment and purpose? Negative thinking is a powerful force, capable of clouding our judgment, weakening our resolve, and draining our energy. But what if, instead of being its victim, you could harness that energy and redirect it toward positive, constructive action? This is not just a hypothetical scenario. It's a reality you can achieve through the practice of Stoicism. The Stoics recognized that the quality of our thoughts directly influences the quality of our lives. They believed that while we cannot always control the circumstances we find ourselves in, we can control how we interpret and respond to those circumstances. This fundamental principle offers a way out of the cycle of negative thinking, a cycle that can feel all too familiar in moments of stress, uncertainty, or fear. Negative thoughts often stem from our natural human tendency to focus on what might go wrong, on our perceived inadequacies, or on the obstacles that lie ahead. These thoughts can become so ingrained that they start to feel like an unchangeable part of who we are. But the Stoics teach us that this is not the case. Our thoughts are not fixed. They are malleable, and with practice, we can shape them into tools for growth rather than sources of pain. Think about the last time you found yourself trapped in a loop of negative thinking. Maybe it was a moment of self-doubt that made you question your abilities, or perhaps it was a fear of failure that kept you from taking action. These thoughts, left unchecked, can spiral into a state of paralysis, preventing you from moving forward. But what if you could learn to recognize these thoughts as they arise, challenge them, and replace them with ones that serve you better? This is the essence of the Stoic approach to overcoming negative thinking. One of the first steps in this process is to develop an awareness of your thoughts. The Stoics believed that by observing our thoughts with detachment, we can begin to see them for what they are: temporary and often irrational reactions to external events. When a negative thought arises, rather than accepting it as truth, you can pause and examine it. Ask yourself, is this thought based on reality, or is it a projection of my fears and insecurities? Is it helping me, or is it holding me back? By questioning your thoughts in this way, you create space to choose a different perspective. For instance, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," you can challenge that thought by asking yourself what evidence supports it. More often than not, you'll find that this thought is rooted in fear rather than fact. By recognizing this, you can begin to replace the thought with something more empowering, such as, "I am capable of learning and growing." This shift in perspective not only alleviates the immediate negativity, but also sets the stage for more positive, constructive thinking in the future. The practice of awareness and questioning your thoughts is not about suppressing or denying negative thoughts, but about engaging with them in a way that allows you to take control of your mental landscape. Imagine standing in a busy marketplace where voices are shouting all around you. Each voice represents a different thought, some positive, others negative. If you listen passively, you might be overwhelmed by the noise. But if you can pick out the voices that are worth listening to and question the others, you begin to take control of your inner dialogue. This practice of questioning and reframing your thoughts is at the core of transforming negative thinking. The Stoics believed that events themselves are neutral. It is our interpretation of them that determines whether they are positive or negative. This means that we have the power to choose how we view any situation. By consciously reframing negative thoughts, you can turn challenges into opportunities for growth and setbacks into lessons. For example, consider a situation where you receive critical feedback at work. Your initial thought might be, "I'm terrible at my job, I'll never succeed." This thought, left unchallenged, can spiral into self-doubt and decrease your motivation. However, if you apply the Stoic technique of reframing, you might instead think, "This feedback is an opportunity for me to improve my skills and grow in my career." By shifting your perspective in this way, you not only reduce the impact of negative thinking, but also build resilience and confidence. Reframing can be applied to all areas of life, from personal relationships to professional challenges. Whenever you find yourself fixating on the negative aspects of a situation, take a moment to consider how you might view it differently. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this situation help me grow? By consistently practicing this technique, you'll begin to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. For instance, suppose you're facing a financial setback, such as an unexpected expense or a decrease in income. It's natural to feel anxious or frustrated in such a situation, but instead of letting those feelings dominate your thoughts, you can reframe the situation. You might think, "This is an opportunity to reassess my financial habits and make better choices moving forward." This shift in perspective doesn't make the challenge disappear, but it empowers you to approach it with a proactive and positive mindset. Another aspect of overcoming negative thinking is the practice of gratitude. The Stoics believed that by focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we can cultivate a more positive and contented mindset. When you make a habit of acknowledging the good things in your life, you create a buffer against negative thoughts. Gratitude shifts your focus away from what is going wrong and toward what is going right, allowing you to approach challenges with a more balanced and constructive mindset. To practice gratitude, start by taking a few moments each day to reflect on the positive aspects of your life. This could be as simple as appreciating the support of a loved one, the beauty of nature, or the opportunity to learn something new. By regularly acknowledging these positive elements, you train your mind to focus on the good, making it easier to counteract negative thoughts when they arise. One powerful method of cultivating gratitude is to keep a daily gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. Over time, this practice helps to rewire your brain to notice and appreciate the positives in your life, even during difficult times. For example, you might find yourself feeling grateful for a sunny day, a kind word from a friend, or the satisfaction of completing a task. These moments of gratitude add up, creating a positive mental habit that can counterbalance the tendency toward negative thinking. Gratitude is not about denying the difficulties you face, but about maintaining a sense of perspective. It reminds you that even in the midst of challenges, there is always something to be thankful for. This practice helps to break the cycle of negative thinking, allowing you to approach life's challenges with a greater sense of hope and optimism. Another powerful Stoic practice is the concept of voluntary discomfort. By intentionally exposing yourself to situations that are uncomfortable or challenging, you build mental and emotional resilience. This might seem counterintuitive. After all, why would you seek out discomfort? But the Stoics understood that by facing discomfort head-on, you can reduce its power over you. For example, you might choose to take a cold shower, skip a meal, or go without a luxury you're accustomed to. These small acts of voluntary discomfort help to strengthen your ability to cope with larger challenges, both physical and mental. They teach you that discomfort is temporary and that you have the strength to endure it. By practicing voluntary discomfort, you also learn to detach from the idea that comfort and ease are necessary for happiness. This detachment helps to reduce the fear and anxiety that often accompany negative thinking. When you know that you can handle discomfort, you are less likely to be overwhelmed by negative thoughts in difficult situations. Imagine the impact this practice can have in your daily life. Perhaps you're dealing with a challenging project at work that requires long hours and intense focus. By having already practiced voluntary discomfort, such as fasting or enduring physical exertion, you've built the mental fortitude to handle the stress of the project without succumbing to negative thoughts. You've trained your mind to see discomfort not as a threat, but as an opportunity to grow stronger. Another key Stoic technique is the practice of self-compassion. Negative thinking often stems from a harsh inner critic that constantly judges and criticizes us. The Stoics believed that while it's important to hold ourselves to high standards, it's equally important to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. By practicing self-compassion, you can begin to quiet your inner critic and replace self-judgment with self-acceptance. Self-compassion involves recognizing that you are human and that it's okay to make mistakes. It means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend in a similar situation. When negative thoughts arise, instead of berating yourself, try responding with compassion. Acknowledge your feelings, but also remind yourself that you are doing your best and that it's okay to be imperfect. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm a failure because I didn't meet my goal," you can counter that thought with, "I'm disappointed, but I'm also proud of the effort I put in. I can learn from this experience and try again." This shift in perspective not only alleviates the immediate negativity, but also builds a foundation of self-worth that is resilient to future challenges. Practicing self-compassion also involves being mindful of the language you use when talking to yourself. Notice the words and tone you use in your inner dialogue. Are they harsh and critical, or are they supportive and encouraging? By consciously choosing to speak to yourself with kindness, you can begin to transform negative thoughts into more positive and constructive ones. Consider the difference it makes when you approach a difficult situation with self-compassion. Let's say you're struggling to keep up with your responsibilities at work and at home. Instead of criticizing yourself for not doing enough, try acknowledging the effort you're putting in and the challenges you're facing. Remind yourself that it's okay to ask for help or to take a break when needed. This compassionate approach not only reduces stress, but also creates a more positive mindset that supports long-term resilience. Another powerful tool for overcoming negative thinking is the practice of journaling. The Stoics were known for their daily practice of reflection, often writing down their thoughts and experiences in a journal. This practice not only helps to clarify your thoughts, but also provides an opportunity to examine and challenge negative thinking patterns. When you journal, you can explore the thoughts and emotions that are contributing to your negative mindset. You can ask yourself questions like, what triggered this thought? Is it based on reality, or is it an assumption? How can I reframe this thought in a more positive light? By putting your thoughts on paper, you gain a new perspective on them, making it easier to challenge and change them. Journaling also provides a space for you to express your emotions and release pent-up stress or anxiety. By writing about your experiences and feelings, you can process them in a healthy way, reducing their impact on your mental state. Over time, this practice can help you to develop a more balanced and positive mindset, making it easier to overcome negative thinking. One way to enhance the effectiveness of journaling is to include prompts that encourage positive reflection. For example, you might ask yourself, "What went well today?" Or, "What challenges did I face, and how did I overcome them?" These prompts help you to focus on your strengths and achievements rather than dwelling on negative thoughts. Journaling can also be a powerful tool for identifying patterns in your thinking. By regularly recording your thoughts and experiences, you may start to notice recurring themes or triggers that contribute to negative thinking. This awareness allows you to address these patterns more effectively, whether through reframing, self-compassion, or other Stoic techniques. Finally, one of the most powerful Stoic practices for overcoming negative thinking is the concept of focusing on what you can control. The Stoics taught that while we cannot control external events, we can control our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. By focusing on what you can control, you empower yourself to take positive action rather than getting caught up in negative thinking about things beyond your control. For example, if you're worried about a situation at work, you might remind yourself that you cannot control the outcome, but you can control how you respond to it. By focusing on what you can do, whether it's preparing for a meeting, seeking advice, or managing your stress, you shift your attention away from negative thinking and toward positive action. This shift in focus helps to break the cycle of negative thinking, allowing you to approach challenges with a more constructive mindset. Instead of feeling helpless or overwhelmed, you feel empowered to take action and make a difference in your own life. The practice of focusing on what you can control also involves letting go of the need to control others or external circumstances. For instance, if you're dealing with a difficult person, instead of trying to change their behavior, focus on how you can manage your own reactions. This might involve setting boundaries, practicing patience, or choosing to walk away from the situation. By redirecting your energy toward what you can control, you reduce the power of negative thinking and increase your sense of agency. By practicing these Stoic techniques, you can transform negative thinking into positive action, creating a mindset that supports your goals and well-being. This is not about denying or suppressing your emotions, but about learning to navigate them with wisdom and intention. It's about recognizing that while negative thoughts may arise, they do not have to define you or dictate your actions. As you continue to practice these techniques, you'll find that your mind becomes more resilient and your thoughts more constructive. You'll develop the ability to challenge negative thinking and replace it with thoughts that empower you to move forward. This transformation will not only improve your mental well-being, but also enhance your ability to achieve your goals and live a fulfilling life. The journey to overcoming negative thinking is not always easy, but it is one of the most important steps you can take toward personal growth and empowerment. By applying the wisdom of the Stoics, you can learn to navigate life's challenges with a calm and positive mindset, turning obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. As you integrate these practices into your daily life, remember that change takes time and effort. Be patient with yourself and trust in the process. With each step you take, you'll move closer to a life where negative thinking no longer holds you back, but instead becomes a catalyst for growth and positive change. This journey is about more than just overcoming negative thoughts. It's about reclaiming your power and living with purpose and intention. It's about developing a mindset that supports your well-being and empowers you to take control of your life. As you continue on this path, you'll discover that the greatest transformation comes not from changing the world around you, but from changing the way you think about it. With the right mindset, you can overcome any challenge and achieve the life you desire. As you learn to overcome negative thinking and transform your inner dialogue, you begin to realize the profound impact your thoughts have on your resilience. Every time you challenge a negative thought, You are not just changing your mind, you are forging a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. But to navigate the storms of life with unwavering confidence, you need more than just positive thinking. You need unbreakable mental toughness. This toughness is not about being impervious to pain or difficulty, but about developing the strength to endure, adapt, and thrive no matter what life throws your way. Imagine a mind so resilient that no setback can shake your resolve, no criticism can undermine your confidence, and no obstacle can deter you from your path. This is the kind of mental toughness that the Stoics cultivated, a toughness born not from rigid defiance, but from a deep understanding of the nature of life and the power within each of us to face it head-on. The Stoic path to building unbreakable mental toughness is one of intentional practice, self-reflection, and a commitment to living according to principles that transcend the temporary and often tumultuous nature of external events. It's about developing the ability to remain calm under pressure, to persevere in the face of adversity, and to maintain a clear vision of your goals even when the path forward seems uncertain or fraught with challenges. One of the first steps in building this mental toughness is understanding that you have a choice in how you respond to life's difficulties. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control external events, we can always control our inner response. This simple yet profound realization is the cornerstone of mental resilience. It empowers you to take responsibility for your own mindset, to cultivate inner strength, and to develop the capacity to endure and overcome whatever challenges you may face. Consider a time when you were faced with a significant challenge, perhaps a personal loss, a professional setback, or a situation that tested your limits. In that moment, you may have felt overwhelmed, defeated, or uncertain about how to move forward. But what if, instead of being consumed by those feelings, you could have drawn on a wellspring of inner strength to guide you through? What if you could have faced that challenge with a calm mind, a steady heart, and the confidence that you would not only survive, but grow stronger as a result? This is the essence of mental toughness as taught by the Stoics. It's about developing the ability to remain composed and focused, even in the face of great adversity. It's about learning to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to strengthen your character and deepen your understanding of yourself and the world around you. One of the most powerful tools for building mental toughness is the practice of embracing adversity. The Stoics understood that true strength is forged in the crucible of difficulty. They believed that by willingly facing and embracing adversity rather than avoiding it, you can build the resilience necessary to withstand life's inevitable challenges. This doesn't mean seeking out hardship for its own sake, but rather recognizing that adversity is an integral part of life and an opportunity for growth. For example, when you encounter a difficult situation, instead of reacting with frustration or fear, you can choose to see it as a test of your mental toughness. Ask yourself, how can I grow from this experience? What can I learn that will make me stronger, wiser, and more resilient? By reframing adversity in this way, you begin to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to build the unbreakable mental toughness that will serve you throughout your life. This practice can be applied to both small and large challenges, whether it's dealing with a difficult coworker, managing a financial setback, or facing a personal loss. Each experience is an opportunity to strengthen your mental toughness. The more you practice embracing adversity, the more resilient you become, and the better equipped you are to handle whatever life throws your way. Another key aspect of building mental toughness is developing a strong sense of purpose. The Stoics believed that having a clear sense of purpose is essential for enduring and overcoming life's challenges. When you are clear about your goals and values, you are less likely to be swayed by external pressures or setbacks. Instead, you can remain focused on what truly matters to you, using your sense of purpose as a guiding light through even the darkest times. To cultivate this sense of purpose, take time to reflect on what is truly important to you. What are your core values? What are the goals that drive you? By identifying and committing to these guiding principles, you create a strong foundation that supports your mental toughness. When challenges arise, you can draw on this sense of purpose to stay focused and motivated, even when the path forward is unclear. For instance, if your purpose is to create a meaningful impact in your career, then setbacks such as a missed promotion or a challenging project become opportunities to refine your skills and deepen your commitment to your goals. Rather than being discouraged by these challenges, you can view them as stepping stones toward achieving your purpose. Purpose also provides a sense of direction in times of uncertainty. When you are faced with difficult decisions or challenges, your sense of purpose can help you navigate these situations with confidence. It reminds you of what truly matters and helps you stay aligned with your values, even when the external world is chaotic or unpredictable. Another powerful Stoic practice for building mental toughness is the cultivation of detachment. The Stoics taught that while it's natural to have desires and attachments, true resilience comes from the ability to detach from outcomes and focus on what you can control. This doesn't mean becoming indifferent or apathetic, but rather learning to let go of the need for specific outcomes and instead focus on the process and the actions you can take. For example, if you are working toward a goal, such as starting a business or completing a difficult project, it's easy to become attached to the idea of success or fear of failure. This attachment can create stress and anxiety, making it harder to stay focused and resilient in the face of challenges. However, by practicing detachment, you can let go of these fears and instead focus on what you can control: your effort, your attitude, and your actions. Detachment also involves accepting that not everything will go according to plan and that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. By embracing this mindset, you free yourself from the pressure to achieve specific outcomes and instead focus on doing your best in every situation. This shift in perspective not only reduces stress, but also strengthens your mental toughness as you become more adaptable and resilient in the face of adversity. One way to cultivate detachment is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment without judgment or attachment to outcomes. By practicing mindfulness, you can develop the ability to observe your thoughts and emotions without becoming attached to them, allowing you to respond to challenges with greater clarity and composure. For example, if you find yourself feeling anxious about a future event, such as a job interview or a presentation, you can practice mindfulness by bringing your attention to the present moment. Focus on your breath, your surroundings, or the task at hand. By grounding yourself in the present, you can let go of the anxiety about the future and instead focus on what you can do right now to prepare and perform your best. Another essential component of mental toughness is the ability to manage and channel your emotions. The Stoics believed that while emotions are a natural part of the human experience, they should not be allowed to control your actions or decisions. Instead, they taught the importance of cultivating emotional resilience, the ability to feel your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. One way to build emotional resilience is through the practice of emotional regulation. This involves recognizing your emotions as they arise, understanding their source, and choosing how to respond to them. For example, if you feel anger rising in response to a perceived injustice, rather than reacting impulsively, you can pause, acknowledge the emotion, and choose a response that aligns with your values and goals. Another technique for managing emotions is the practice of cognitive reappraisal. This involves changing the way you think about a situation in order to alter your emotional response. For example, if you find yourself feeling anxious about a difficult conversation, you might reframe the situation by focusing on the potential positive outcomes, such as improved communication or a resolution to the issue. By shifting your perspective, you can reduce the intensity of your negative emotions and approach the situation with greater calm and confidence. Emotional resilience also involves accepting that some situations are beyond your control and that it's okay to feel a range of emotions in response to life's challenges. Rather than trying to suppress or deny your emotions, allow yourself to feel them fully, but then choose how to respond in a way that supports your mental toughness and overall well-being. Another crucial aspect of building unbreakable mental toughness is the practice of self-discipline. The Stoics placed great emphasis on the importance of discipline as a means of developing inner strength and resilience. Self-discipline involves the ability to regulate your behavior, stay focused on your goals, and make choices that align with your values, even in the face of temptation or difficulty. To cultivate self-discipline, it's important to set clear goals and establish routines that support your efforts to achieve them. For example, if you are working toward a fitness goal, you might establish a routine that includes regular exercise, healthy eating, and adequate rest. By committing to these habits, you build the discipline needed to stay on track, even when motivation wanes or challenges arise. Self-discipline also involves the ability to delay gratification and resist short-term temptations in favor of long-term rewards. This can be particularly challenging in a world where instant gratification is often just a click away. However, by practicing self-discipline, you develop the mental toughness needed to stay focused on your goals and resist distractions that could derail your progress. One way to strengthen your self-discipline is to practice making small commitments and following through on them. For example, you might commit to waking up 30 minutes earlier each day to work on a personal project or to reduce your sugar intake for a week. Each time you follow through on these commitments, you build your self-discipline, making it easier to tackle larger challenges in the future. Another powerful Stoic practice for building mental toughness is the cultivation of a growth mindset. The Stoics believed that life is a continuous process of learning and growth, and that challenges and setbacks are opportunities for development rather than failures. By adopting a growth mindset, you can view challenges as valuable experiences that help you grow stronger and more resilient. To cultivate a growth mindset, focus on the lessons you can learn from each experience rather than on the outcome itself. For example, if you face a setback, such as a failed project or a missed opportunity, instead of seeing it as a failure, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use this knowledge to improve and grow in the future? By shifting your focus from the outcome to the process of learning and growth, you build the mental toughness needed to persevere in the face of challenges. A growth mindset also involves embracing the idea that effort and persistence are key to success. The Stoics believed that nothing worthwhile comes easily and that true strength is developed through hard work and dedication. By committing to continuous learning and improvement, you build the resilience needed to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals. Another important aspect of mental toughness is the ability to maintain perspective. The Stoics taught that many of the challenges we face in life are not as catastrophic as they may seem in the moment. By maintaining a sense of perspective, you can avoid being overwhelmed by difficulties and instead approach them with a calm and rational mindset. One way to maintain perspective is through the practice of negative visualization, a technique used by the Stoics to prepare for potential challenges and setbacks. Negative visualization involves imagining the worst-case scenario in a given situation, not to dwell on negativity, but to mentally prepare yourself for the possibility of adversity. By considering the potential challenges you might face, you can develop strategies to maintain your composure and resilience even in difficult circumstances. For example, if you are preparing for a difficult conversation, you might visualize the possible negative outcomes and think through how you would handle them with calm and reason. This practice helps you to anticipate challenges and strengthens your ability to respond with mental toughness, rather than being caught off guard and reacting impulsively. Maintaining perspective also involves recognizing that many of the challenges we face are temporary and that, in the grand scheme of things, they may not be as significant as they seem. By keeping this broader perspective in mind, you can approach difficulties with greater calm and confidence, knowing that you have the strength to endure and overcome them. Another key aspect of building mental toughness is the practice of self-compassion. While mental toughness often involves pushing through challenges and persevering in the face of adversity, it's also important to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. The Stoics believed that self-compassion is essential for maintaining resilience, as it allows you to recover from setbacks and continue moving forward, even when the journey is difficult. Self-compassion involves recognizing that you are human and that it's okay to make mistakes or experience setbacks. It means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend in a similar situation. When challenges arise, instead of being overly critical of yourself, practice self-compassion by acknowledging your efforts and focusing on what you can learn from the experience. For example, if you experience a setback, such as missing a deadline or not achieving a goal, instead of berating yourself, remind yourself that setbacks are a natural part of the process. Focus on what you can learn from the experience and how you can apply that knowledge to future challenges. By practicing self-compassion, you build the resilience needed to bounce back from setbacks and continue pursuing your goals with determination. Another important aspect of mental toughness is the ability to maintain a sense of humor in the face of challenges. The Stoics believed that humor is a powerful tool for maintaining perspective and resilience. By finding humor in difficult situations, you can reduce stress and anxiety, allowing you to approach challenges with a lighter, more positive mindset. For example, if you find yourself in a challenging situation, such as dealing with a difficult coworker or facing a frustrating setback, try to find something humorous about the situation. This doesn't mean making light of serious challenges, but rather finding a way to bring some levity to the situation. By doing so, you can reduce the emotional intensity of the challenge and approach it with greater resilience and composure. Finally, one of the most powerful tools for building mental toughness is the practice of gratitude. The Stoics believed that gratitude is essential for maintaining resilience and perspective, as it helps you focus on the positive aspects of your life, even in the face of challenges. To practice gratitude, take time each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for, no matter how small. This could be something as simple as a kind word from a friend, a beautiful sunset, or the opportunity to learn something new. By regularly acknowledging the positive aspects of your life, you create a mental buffer against negativity, allowing you to approach challenges with a more positive and resilient mindset. Gratitude also involves recognizing that even in the midst of challenges, there is always something to be thankful for. This practice helps to maintain perspective and resilience, as it reminds you that life is full of both challenges and blessings. By focusing on the things you are grateful for, you build the mental toughness needed to navigate life's challenges with grace and strength. Building unbreakable mental toughness is a journey that involves cultivating resilience, purpose, detachment, emotional regulation, self-discipline, a growth mindset, perspective, self-compassion, humor, and gratitude. By integrating these Stoic practices into your daily life, you can develop the inner strength needed to face life's challenges with confidence and determination. As you continue on this path, you'll discover that mental toughness is not about being impervious to difficulty, but about developing the resilience and strength to thrive in the face of adversity. With each challenge you overcome, you'll grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient, ready to face whatever life throws your way with unbreakable mental toughness. As you cultivate unbreakable mental toughness, you come to realize that the strength of your mind isn't built solely in moments of adversity. True resilience is forged in the quiet moments of preparation, those deliberate practices that set the tone for your entire day. The battles of life are not won merely by facing challenges head-on. They are often decided in the moments before the challenges even arise, in the rituals that center your mind and align your focus. And where better to begin this preparation than in the first moments of your day? Imagine waking up each morning not to a rush of anxiety or a flood of tasks, but to a sense of calm, purpose, and focus. What if the first thoughts that crossed your mind were not of stress or urgency, but of clarity and intention? The morning is a powerful time, a quiet space before the day begins in earnest, and how you use these precious moments can determine not only your mental state for the day, but your overall well-being. The Stoics understood this, and they developed morning rituals designed to cultivate a strong, centered mind, ready to face whatever the day may bring. Morning rituals are more than just routines. They are intentional practices that ground you in the present moment, connect you with your inner self, and set the stage for a day of purposeful action. These rituals are a form of mental conditioning, preparing you to navigate the challenges of the day with a calm mind and steady resolve. They are the secret to starting each day with clarity, focus, and the strength to remain aligned with your values, no matter what comes your way. One of the first rituals the Stoics emphasized is the practice of morning reflection. Before the distractions of the day begin, take a few moments to reflect on your intentions. Ask yourself, what kind of day do I want to have? How do I want to show up in the world today? This reflection isn't about planning or organizing tasks, but about grounding yourself in your core values and the mindset you wish to carry with you throughout the day. This practice of reflection serves as a reminder of what truly matters. It's a moment of stillness where you can reconnect with your purpose and prepare yourself mentally for the day ahead. By taking this time, you set a clear intention for how you want to navigate the day's events, helping you to stay focused and resilient, no matter what challenges arise. Morning reflection can also involve a practice the Stoics called negative visualization. This involves briefly imagining the challenges you might face during the day, perhaps a difficult conversation, an unexpected obstacle, or a moment of temptation, and visualizing how you will respond with calmness and strength. This isn't about dwelling on potential difficulties, but rather about preparing your mind to meet them with the right attitude. By visualizing these moments, you mentally rehearse your response, making it more likely that you will act with the resilience and focus you aspire to when the moment comes. Another powerful morning ritual is the practice of mindfulness. The Stoics were strong advocates of being present in the moment, aware of the here and now, rather than lost in thoughts of the past or future. By starting your day with mindfulness, you bring your attention to the present moment, grounding yourself in the reality of the here and now. This practice can be as simple as focusing on your breath, observing your surroundings, or engaging fully with your morning activities, whether it's making coffee, stretching, or even just feeling the cool morning air. Mindfulness helps to clear the mental clutter that often accompanies the start of the day. It allows you to approach the day with a clear mind, free from the distractions of worry or regret. By being fully present in the moment, you create a mental space that is calm and focused, ready to take on the day with intention. For example, you might start your morning by sitting quietly and taking a few deep breaths, paying attention to the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. As thoughts arise, simply observe them without judgment and let them pass. This practice of mindfulness not only calms the mind, but also trains you to approach the day with a sense of calm awareness, making it easier to remain centered and focused, even in the face of challenges. Another Stoic ritual that can help center your mind in the morning is the practice of gratitude. The Stoics believed that by acknowledging what we have, rather than fixating on what we lack, we can cultivate a more positive and contented mindset. Starting your day with gratitude shifts your focus from what might go wrong to what is already right, creating a foundation of positivity that can carry you through the day. Take a few moments each morning to reflect on the things you are grateful for. This could be as simple as appreciating the comfort of your bed, the warmth of the morning sun, or the opportunity to experience a new day. By starting your day with gratitude, you align your mind with the positive aspects of your life, making it easier to maintain a balanced and optimistic outlook, even when challenges arise. Gratitude also helps to build resilience by reminding you of the resources and support you have at your disposal. When you focus on what you have, rather than what you lack, you cultivate a mindset of abundance and possibility rather than scarcity and fear. This shift in perspective can make all the difference when facing the inevitable challenges of the day, helping you to approach them with confidence and resilience. Another key morning ritual is the practice of setting clear intentions for the day. The Stoics believed that by living with purpose and intention, we can navigate life's challenges with greater clarity and focus. Setting intentions in the morning is a powerful way to align your actions with your values and goals, ensuring that you approach the day with a sense of purpose and direction. To set intentions, take a few moments each morning to think about the key goals or values you want to focus on that day. These intentions can be broad, such as, "I intend to remain calm and patient today," or more specific, such as, "I intend to complete my work project with focus and determination." By setting these intentions, you create a mental framework that guides your actions and decisions throughout the day, helping you to stay aligned with your values and goals, even in the face of distractions or challenges. For example, if your intention is to remain calm and patient, you might remind yourself of this intention before entering a potentially stressful situation, such as a meeting or a difficult conversation. By doing so, you prepare your mind to respond in a way that aligns with your values, making it more likely that you will remain calm and composed, even in challenging circumstances. Another powerful morning ritual is the practice of physical movement. The Stoics believed in the importance of caring for the body as well as the mind, recognizing that physical well-being is closely connected to mental resilience. Starting your day with some form of physical movement, whether it's stretching, walking, or a more intense workout, can help to energize your body and mind, setting a positive tone for the day ahead. Physical movement in the morning not only helps to wake up your body, but also clears your mind, making it easier to approach the day with focus and determination. It's a way of signaling to yourself that you are ready to take on the day with strength and vitality. Whether it's a few minutes of stretching, a morning walk, or a full workout, incorporating physical movement into your morning routine can help you to start the day feeling strong, centered, and ready to face whatever comes your way. Another important Stoic morning ritual is the practice of reading or reflecting on Stoic wisdom. The Stoics believed that daily exposure to philosophical teachings could help to fortify the mind and prepare it for the challenges of the day. By starting your day with a few minutes of reading or reflecting on Stoic philosophy, you can reinforce the principles that guide your life and prepare your mind to face the day with wisdom and resilience. For example, you might start your morning by reading a passage from a Stoic text, such as Marcus Aurelius's Meditations or Seneca's Letters. After reading, take a few moments to reflect on the passage and how it applies to your life. This practice not only deepens your understanding of Stoic principles, but also helps to anchor your mind in wisdom and clarity, making it easier to navigate the challenges of the day with a steady and focused mind. Finally, one of the most powerful morning rituals is the practice of solitude. The Stoics valued solitude as a time for introspection and self-reflection, recognizing that the noise and busyness of daily life can often drown out the quiet voice of inner wisdom. By setting aside time each morning for solitude, you create a space to connect with your inner self, to listen to your thoughts and feelings, and to align your actions with your values. Solitude in the morning can take many forms, from a few minutes of silent meditation to a quiet walk in nature. The key is to create a space where you can be alone with your thoughts, free from distractions and external influences. In this space of solitude, you can reflect on your intentions for the day, connect with your inner wisdom, and prepare your mind for the challenges ahead. For example, you might spend a few minutes each morning sitting quietly in a peaceful place, simply observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. In this space of solitude, you can gain clarity on your goals and intentions and prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for the day ahead. By starting your day with solitude, you create a strong foundation of inner peace and focus that can carry you through even the most challenging days. These morning rituals are more than just routines. They are powerful practices that can help you to center your mind, align your actions with your values, and approach each day with a sense of purpose and focus. By integrating these Stoic practices into your morning routine, you can create a strong foundation for mental resilience and well-being, preparing yourself to face the challenges of the day with calmness, clarity, and strength. As you continue to cultivate these morning rituals, you'll find that they not only help you to start your day on the right foot, but also build the mental toughness and resilience needed to navigate life's challenges with confidence and grace. Each morning, as you engage in these practices, you are not just preparing for the day ahead. You are strengthening your mind, deepening your connection with your inner self, and aligning your actions with your highest values. Incorporating these rituals into your morning routine is a powerful way to live more intentionally and purposefully. By starting your day with reflection, mindfulness, gratitude, intention, physical movement, philosophical reading, and solitude, you create a strong foundation that supports your mental well-being and resilience. These practices help you to remain centered and focused, no matter what challenges you may face during the day. As you continue to practice these morning rituals, you'll find that they become a natural and integral part of your daily life. They will help you to cultivate a sense of balance and calm, even in the midst of chaos, and to approach each day with a clear mind and a strong sense of purpose. By starting your day with these Stoic practices, you set yourself up for success, not just in the tasks you undertake, but in the way you navigate the complexities and challenges of life. The power of these morning rituals lies in their simplicity and consistency. They are not grand gestures or elaborate routines, but small, intentional practices that can have a profound impact on your mental state and overall well-being. By dedicating just a few minutes each morning to these practices, you can transform the way you approach your day, building the resilience and focus needed to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. As you continue on your journey of personal growth and self-mastery, remember that the strength of your mind is not determined solely by how you handle challenges, but by how you prepare for them. These morning rituals are your tools for preparation, your way of fortifying your mind and spirit for whatever the day may bring. They are your daily practice of Stoic wisdom, your morning meditation on the principles that guide your life. Incorporate these rituals into your morning routine, and you will begin to notice a shift in the way you approach your day. You will feel more centered, more focused, and more prepared to face the challenges of life with resilience and strength. You will find that these practices not only help you to navigate the day with greater ease, but also contribute to your overall sense of well-being and fulfillment. By starting your day with these Stoic practices, you are making a commitment to yourself and to your personal growth. You are choosing to live with intention and purpose, to cultivate a strong and resilient mind, and to approach each day with the clarity and focus needed to achieve your goals. These morning rituals are your foundation for success, your daily practice of the Stoic principles that will guide you through the challenges of life. As you continue to practice these morning rituals, you will find that they become an essential part of your life, helping you to navigate the complexities of the modern world with calmness, clarity, and strength. You will feel more connected to your inner self, more aligned with your values, and more prepared to face whatever challenges come your way. By starting your day with these Stoic practices, you are not just preparing for the day ahead. You are building the resilience and mental toughness needed to thrive in all areas of your life. These morning rituals are your way of centering your mind and aligning your actions with your values. They are your daily practice of Stoic wisdom, your preparation for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. By incorporating these rituals into your morning routine, you are setting yourself up for success, not just in the tasks you undertake, but in the way you navigate the complexities and challenges of life. These practices are your foundation for a life of purpose, resilience, and fulfillment, and they will help you to approach each day with the clarity and focus needed to achieve your goals. As you cultivate morning rituals that center your mind and align your actions with your values, you lay the groundwork for a day filled with clarity, focus, and resilience. These practices prepare you to face challenges with calmness and purpose, but they also invite a deeper reflection on how you pursue your goals. In a world that often glorifies relentless striving and constant hustle, it's easy to fall into the trap of forcing success, pushing yourself to the brink in pursuit of an elusive ideal. But what if there was a different path? A path that embraces effort without obsession, ambition without anxiety, and success without unnecessary force. Imagine a life where success is not something you chase with desperation, but something that flows naturally from your actions and intentions. What if, instead of forcing outcomes and battling against the current, you could learn to align your efforts with the natural flow of life? The Stoics teach us that true success is not achieved by force, but by living in harmony with our principles and understanding what we can and cannot control. This approach allows you to pursue your goals with purpose and determination, without being consumed by the need for specific results. The idea of not forcing success might seem counterintuitive in a culture that celebrates constant striving and relentless ambition. But the Stoics understood that when we focus too much on controlling outcomes, we often lose sight of what truly matters: the process, the effort, and the alignment of our actions with our values. By letting go of the need to force success and instead trusting the process, you allow space for growth, creativity, and genuine achievement. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. The Stoics believed that while we can control our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, we cannot control external events or outcomes. This realization is liberating because it allows you to focus your energy on what you can control: your efforts, your intentions, and your mindset, rather than becoming attached to specific results. Consider a time when you pushed yourself to achieve a particular goal, perhaps in your career, relationships, or personal development. You might have felt the pressure to succeed, to reach a certain milestone, or to meet a specific standard. But what if, instead of fixating on the outcome, you had focused on the process, the steps you could take, the effort you could put in, and the mindset you could cultivate? By shifting your focus from the result to the journey, you free yourself from the anxiety and stress that often accompany the pursuit of success. This doesn't mean abandoning your goals or giving up on your ambitions. On the contrary, it means approaching them with a sense of balance and perspective. The Stoics teach us that success is not defined by external achievements, but by how well we live according to our values and principles. When you focus on living with integrity, effort, and purpose, success becomes a natural byproduct of your actions, rather than something you need to force or chase. For example, if your goal is to advance in your career, rather than fixating on a specific promotion or salary increase, you can focus on how you can contribute meaningfully to your work, develop your skills, and build positive relationships with your colleagues. By approaching your career with this mindset, you are more likely to experience success in a way that feels fulfilling and aligned with your values, rather than being driven by external pressures or comparisons. Another important aspect of letting go of the need to force success is the practice of patience. In a fast-paced world, we often expect instant results and become frustrated when progress is slow. But the Stoics remind us that true growth and achievement take time. By practicing patience, you allow yourself the space to develop, learn, and evolve without the pressure of immediate success. Patience is not about passivity or complacency. It's about understanding that meaningful progress often happens gradually, and that each step forward, no matter how small, is part of the journey. When you cultivate patience, you are better able to appreciate the process and remain committed to your goals, even when the path is long or uncertain. Consider a personal goal you have been working toward, perhaps improving your health, building a new skill, or deepening a relationship. It's easy to become discouraged if progress is slow or if setbacks occur. But by practicing patience and trusting the process, you can maintain your focus and commitment, knowing that each effort you make contributes to your growth and eventual success. Another key aspect of the Stoic approach to success is the importance of adaptability. The Stoics understood that life is unpredictable and that rigidly clinging to a specific plan or outcome can lead to frustration and disappointment. By embracing adaptability, you allow yourself to adjust your course as needed, responding to challenges and opportunities with flexibility and resilience. Adaptability doesn't mean abandoning your goals or compromising your values. It means being open to change and willing to adjust your approach when circumstances require it. This mindset allows you to navigate the uncertainties of life with greater ease, knowing that success is not about following a fixed path, but about moving forward with purpose and resilience, no matter what obstacles arise. For example, if you encounter an unexpected challenge in your career or personal life, rather than feeling defeated or rigidly trying to force a solution, you can take a step back, assess the situation, and consider alternative approaches. This adaptability allows you to continue moving toward your goals, even when the path forward is not as straightforward as you had anticipated. Another powerful Stoic practice that supports the idea of not forcing success is the cultivation of humility. The Stoics believed that humility is essential for living a balanced and fulfilling life. Humility allows you to recognize that while your efforts are important, you are not the sole architect of your success. There are always factors beyond your control: other people's actions, external circumstances, the flow of life itself, that influence outcomes. By cultivating humility, you free yourself from the burden of trying to control everything and allow yourself to work in harmony with the world around you. Humility helps you to remain grounded and focused on what truly matters: your values, your actions, and your commitment to living a meaningful life. When you approach your goals with humility, you are more likely to experience success in a way that feels authentic and fulfilling, rather than driven by ego or the need for validation. For instance, in a professional setting, humility might involve recognizing the contributions of others and being open to feedback and collaboration. It means understanding that success is often a collective effort, and that by working together with others, you can achieve more than you could alone. This humble approach not only fosters positive relationships, but also creates an environment where success can flourish naturally, without the need for force or competition. Another key principle of the Stoic approach to success is the importance of self-awareness. The Stoics believed that self-awareness is the foundation of wisdom, and that by understanding yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears, you can make more informed and intentional choices. Self-awareness allows you to pursue goals that are truly aligned with your values, rather than being driven by external expectations or societal pressures. When you are self-aware, you can approach your goals with clarity and purpose, knowing that they reflect your true desires and values. This self-awareness also helps you to recognize when you are pushing too hard or becoming overly attached to a specific outcome. By remaining attuned to your inner self, you can adjust your approach as needed, ensuring that your pursuit of success remains balanced and fulfilling. For example, if you are striving for success in your career, self-awareness might involve regularly checking in with yourself to ensure that your goals are still aligned with your values and that you are not sacrificing your well-being or relationships in the process. This self-awareness allows you to pursue your goals with integrity and balance, making it more likely that you will achieve success in a way that feels authentic and meaningful. Another important aspect of the Stoic approach to success is the practice of detachment. The Stoics taught that while it's natural to have desires and ambitions, true resilience and fulfillment come from the ability to detach from specific outcomes and focus on the process itself. Detachment allows you to pursue your goals with passion and commitment, without being consumed by the need for a particular result. Detachment is not about giving up on your goals or becoming indifferent to success. It's about recognizing that your worth and happiness are not dependent on external achievements. By detaching from specific outcomes, you free yourself from the anxiety and stress that often accompany the pursuit of success, allowing you to approach your goals with greater ease and joy. For example, if you are working toward a personal goal, such as completing a project or reaching a fitness milestone, detachment might involve focusing on the effort and discipline you bring to the process, rather than fixating on the end result. By doing so, you can enjoy the journey and remain motivated, even if the outcome is different from what you initially envisioned. Another powerful practice that aligns with the Stoic approach to success is the cultivation of gratitude. The Stoics believed that gratitude is essential for living a balanced and fulfilling life, as it helps you to focus on what you have rather than what you lack. By practicing gratitude, you shift your focus from the pursuit of success to the appreciation of the present moment and the opportunities it offers. Gratitude allows you to recognize the progress you have already made and the resources and support that are available to you. This mindset helps to reduce the pressure to achieve specific outcomes and allows you to approach your goals with a sense of abundance and possibility. By cultivating gratitude, you create a foundation of contentment and fulfillment that supports your pursuit of success, without the need for force or anxiety. For example, If you are working toward a goal, such as building a business or pursuing a creative project, practicing gratitude might involve regularly reflecting on the progress you have made, the lessons you have learned, and the opportunities that have come your way. This gratitude helps to sustain your motivation and resilience, even when the journey is challenging or the outcome is uncertain. Another important aspect of the Stoic approach to success is the practice of perseverance. The Stoics believed that true success is not achieved through force, but through steady and consistent effort. Perseverance involves remaining committed to your goals, even when progress is slow or obstacles arise. It's about understanding that success is often the result of sustained effort over time, rather than quick wins or shortcuts. Perseverance requires patience, resilience, and a willingness to keep going, even when the path is difficult. It's about trusting the process and believing that your efforts will eventually bear fruit, even if the results are not immediately visible. By cultivating perseverance, you develop the mental toughness needed to pursue your goals with determination and resilience, without the need for force or desperation. For example, if you are working toward a long-term goal, such as earning a degree, starting a business, or improving your health, perseverance might involve setting small, manageable milestones and celebrating each one as you progress. This approach helps to maintain your motivation and focus, even when the journey is long or challenging. Another key principle of the Stoic approach to success is the importance of aligning your actions with your values. The Stoics believed that true success is not measured by external achievements, but by how well you live according to your principles. When your actions are aligned with your values, you create a sense of integrity and fulfillment that supports your pursuit of success. Aligning your actions with your values involves regularly reflecting on your goals and ensuring that they are in harmony with what truly matters to you. It's about making choices that reflect your principles and being willing to adjust your approach when necessary. By living in alignment with your values, you create a foundation of authenticity and purpose that supports your pursuit of success, without the need for force or compromise. For example, if one of your core values is honesty, aligning your actions with this value might involve being transparent and ethical in your business dealings, even when it's challenging. This alignment creates a sense of integrity and trust, both within yourself and with others, making it more likely that you will achieve success in a way that feels authentic and meaningful. Finally, one of the most important aspects of the Stoic approach to success is the practice of self-compassion. The Stoics believed that while it's important to strive for excellence, it's equally important to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Self-compassion involves recognizing that you are human and that it's okay to make mistakes or experience setbacks. It means being gentle with yourself and allowing yourself the space to grow and learn. Self-compassion helps to reduce the pressure to achieve specific outcomes and allows you to approach your goals with a sense of balance and perspective. By practicing self-compassion, you free yourself from the need to force success and instead focus on the process of growth and learning. This mindset helps to create a sense of resilience and fulfillment, even when the journey is challenging or the outcome is uncertain. For example, if you experience a setback, such as not achieving a goal or facing a difficult challenge, self-compassion might involve acknowledging your efforts and focusing on what you can learn from the experience. This approach helps to sustain your motivation and resilience, even in the face of difficulties. The Stoic approach to success involves trusting the process, aligning your actions with your values, and focusing on what you can control. It's about letting go of the need to force success and instead approaching your goals with patience, perseverance, humility, adaptability, self-awareness, detachment, gratitude, and self-compassion. By practicing these principles, you can pursue your goals with a sense of balance, integrity, and fulfillment, without the need for force or anxiety. As you continue on your journey, remember that true success is not measured by external achievements, but by how well you live according to your values and principles. By trusting the Stoic approach, you can achieve success in a way that feels authentic and meaningful, without the need for force or desperation. This approach allows you to live with purpose, resilience, and fulfillment, knowing that success is a natural byproduct of living in harmony with your values and principles. As you embrace the Stoic approach to success, letting go of the need to force outcomes and instead aligning your actions with your values, you begin to see the path to achievement more clearly. It's a journey guided not by external pressures, but by internal wisdom and a deep understanding of what truly matters. But even as you set your sights on living with purpose and integrity, there are obstacles that can subtly undermine your efforts. Habits that, if left unchecked, can erode your progress and pull you away from your goals. These are the toxic habits that, like hidden currents, can drag you off course, no matter how strong your intentions may be. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the very patterns of behavior you thought were harmless or even helpful are actually holding you back. What if these habits, ingrained and often unnoticed, were quietly sabotaging your progress, clouding your mind, and leading you away from the life you desire? The Stoics understood that success is not just about what you do, it's also about what you choose not to do. It's about recognizing and eliminating the behaviors that drain your energy, distort your focus, and keep you from living in alignment with your true self. The process of identifying and breaking toxic habits is not about self-criticism or perfectionism. It's about cultivating awareness, taking responsibility, and making conscious choices that support your growth and well-being. By applying Stoic principles, you can shine a light on these habits, understand their impact, and take the steps necessary to replace them with practices that empower you. One of the most insidious toxic habits is the tendency to compare yourself to others. In a world where social media and constant connectivity make it easy to see only the highlights of other people's lives, it's all too tempting to measure your own worth against the successes, appearances, or lifestyles of those around you. But the Stoics teach us that comparison is a thief of joy and a source of unnecessary suffering. When you compare yourself to others, you focus on external factors that are beyond your control, rather than on your own values and progress. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." Comparison can create a false sense of knowledge, assuming you know someone else's situation fully, when, in reality, you only see a small part. When you compare yourself to others, you may undervalue your own journey, ignoring the unique challenges you've overcome and the strengths you've developed. This habit can lead to feelings of inadequacy, envy, and frustration, all of which undermine your sense of self-worth and cloud your judgment. Instead of comparing yourself to others, the Stoics advise turning inward and focusing on your own journey. Ask yourself, am I living according to my principles? Am I making progress in the areas that matter to me? By shifting your focus from external comparisons to internal growth, you free yourself from the toxic habit of comparison and cultivate a mindset of self-acceptance and purpose. Reflect on your personal values and what success means to you, independent of societal expectations or the achievements of others. When you define success on your own terms, you empower yourself to pursue goals that resonate with your true self, rather than chasing after ideals imposed by others. Another toxic habit that can derail your progress is the tendency to procrastinate. Procrastination is often a sign of deeper fears or insecurities: fear of failure, fear of success, or simply the discomfort of starting something new. The Stoics understood that procrastination is a form of self-sabotage, a way of avoiding the responsibilities and challenges that are necessary for growth. Procrastination can manifest in many ways: delaying tasks until the last minute, avoiding decisions, or engaging in activities that provide immediate gratification at the expense of long-term goals. This habit not only wastes time, but also creates a cycle of stress and anxiety as tasks pile up and deadlines loom. The more you procrastinate, the harder it becomes to break the cycle, leading to a sense of overwhelm and helplessness. To overcome procrastination, the Stoics teach the importance of action. Rather than waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances, they encourage taking small, deliberate steps forward. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "Do not act as if you had 10,000 years to throw away. Death stands at your elbow. Be good for something while you live, and it is in your power." This reminder that time is finite serves as a powerful motivator to take action now, rather than postponing what matters. By focusing on what you can do right now, rather than on the daunting task ahead, you build momentum and break the cycle of procrastination. Each small action reinforces your commitment to your goals and helps you to develop the discipline needed to overcome inertia. Start by breaking down larger tasks into manageable steps, setting specific deadlines, and holding yourself accountable. Celebrate small victories along the way, as they build confidence and reinforce the habit of taking consistent action. Another toxic habit that can hinder your progress is the habit of negative self-talk. The Stoics recognized the power of words, not just in how we speak to others, but in how we speak to ourselves. Negative self-talk, those inner voices that criticize, doubt, and belittle, can create a self-fulfilling prophecy, shaping your actions and outcomes in ways that align with those negative beliefs. The Stoics believed in the concept of logos, the rational principle that governs the universe. They taught that by aligning your thoughts with reason and wisdom, you could cultivate a mind that is clear, focused, and free from destructive patterns. Negative self-talk is a deviation from this rational principle, as it distorts reality and undermines your potential. It convinces you that you are less capable, less worthy, and less deserving than you truly are, creating barriers to success and fulfillment. The Stoics teach that you have the power to choose your thoughts and words. By practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, you can catch yourself when negative self-talk arises and replace it with more constructive and empowering language. For example, instead of telling yourself, "I can't do this," you can choose to say, "I will do my best, and that is enough." This shift in language not only changes how you feel, but also influences how you approach challenges, making it more likely that you will persevere and succeed. To break the habit of negative self-talk, start by identifying the specific thoughts and patterns that hold you back. Keep a journal where you record these thoughts, along with the situations that trigger them. As you become more aware of your negative self-talk, challenge these thoughts by asking yourself, "Is this thought true? Is it helpful? What evidence do I have that contradicts this belief?" By questioning and reframing your negative self-talk, you can create a more positive and realistic inner dialogue that supports your growth and well-being. Another toxic habit to be aware of is the tendency to dwell on the past. The Stoics believed that the past is beyond our control and that dwelling on it only serves to distract us from the present moment. Whether it's reliving past mistakes, holding on to grudges, or longing for what once was, focusing on the past can prevent you from fully engaging with the present and moving forward in your life. Seneca, in his letters, often advised letting go of the past to focus on the present and future. He wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. This sentiment can be applied to how we view our past. Clinging to what could have been or should have been creates a sense of lack and dissatisfaction. When you dwell on the past, you miss the opportunities and possibilities that exist in the present moment. To break this habit, the Stoics teach the importance of acceptance and letting go. Accept the past for what it was, learn from it, and then release it. By focusing on the present moment and what you can do now, you free yourself from the burden of the past and open yourself to new possibilities and opportunities. One way to practice letting go is through the Stoic exercise of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves contemplating potential future challenges and considering how you would handle them with calm and wisdom. By preparing yourself mentally for what may come, you build resilience and reduce the impact of past regrets on your present actions. Another toxic habit that can undermine your efforts is the tendency to seek external validation. The Stoics emphasize the importance of internal validation, knowing that your worth comes from within, not from the approval or opinions of others. When you rely on external validation, you give away your power and make your happiness dependent on factors outside of your control. Epictetus famously stated, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This Stoic principle highlights the importance of internal validation, as it reminds you that your response to external events is what truly shapes your experience. When you seek external validation, you place your sense of worth in the hands of others, leaving you vulnerable to their judgments and expectations. This habit can lead to a constant cycle of seeking approval, feeling unworthy when it's not received, and adjusting your behavior to please others, even at the expense of your own values. To overcome this habit, the Stoics teach the value of self-approval. Reflect on your values, your actions, and your intentions, and find your worth in how well you live according to them. By focusing on internal validation, you build a sense of self-worth that is resilient and independent of external influences. One way to practice internal validation is through regular self-reflection. At the end of each day, take a few moments to consider whether you lived in alignment with your values. Acknowledge the actions you took that were true to your principles, and use any missteps as opportunities for growth, rather than as reasons for self-criticism. Another toxic habit that can erode your progress is the tendency to avoid discomfort. The Stoics understood that growth often comes from stepping outside of your comfort zone and facing challenges head-on. When you avoid discomfort, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental, you limit your potential and miss out on opportunities for growth and learning. Avoiding discomfort can manifest in many ways: avoiding difficult conversations, staying in unfulfilling situations because they are familiar, or avoiding challenges that require effort and risk. This habit keeps you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity, preventing you from reaching your full potential and experiencing the rewards of growth and achievement. To break this habit, the Stoics encourage embracing discomfort as a necessary part of the journey. This doesn't mean seeking out pain for its own sake, but rather being willing to face challenges and push through the discomfort that comes with growth. By embracing discomfort, you build resilience and develop the mental toughness needed to achieve your goals. One way to practice this is through voluntary discomfort, a Stoic exercise where you intentionally expose yourself to situations that are mildly uncomfortable, such as taking a cold shower, fasting, or engaging in a difficult workout. These practices help to build resilience and remind you that discomfort is temporary and can be endured for the sake of long-term growth. Another toxic habit to be mindful of is the tendency to overcommit. In a world that values productivity and achievement, it's easy to take on too much, spreading yourself thin and leaving little time or energy for the things that truly matter. Overcommitting can lead to burnout, stress, and a sense of being overwhelmed, all of which can hinder your progress and well-being. The Stoics teach the importance of simplicity and focus. Marcus Aurelius advised, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This principle can be applied to your commitments as well. By being mindful of your commitments and prioritizing what truly matters, you can create a life that is balanced and aligned with your values. This might mean saying no to certain opportunities or delegating tasks, but in doing so, you create space for what is most important and ensure that you can give your best effort to the things that truly matter. To break the habit of overcommitting, start by evaluating your current commitments and identifying which ones align with your values and long-term goals. Consider the impact of each commitment on your time, energy, and well-being, and be willing to let go of those that do not serve your greater purpose. Practice setting boundaries and saying no when necessary, recognizing that doing so allows you to focus on what truly matters and to give your best effort to the commitments that align with your values. Another toxic habit that can hold you back is the tendency to blame others for your circumstances. The Stoics believed in taking full responsibility for your life, recognizing that while you cannot control external events, you can control how you respond to them. Blaming others not only disempowers you, but also prevents you from taking the actions needed to improve your situation. Epictetus advised, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This Stoic principle emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility for your actions and circumstances rather than shifting blame onto others. When you blame others, you relinquish control over your life and place yourself in a position of helplessness. This habit prevents you from recognizing your own agency and making the changes necessary to improve your situation. To break this habit, the Stoics teach the importance of personal responsibility. Reflect on your actions and choices and take ownership of your life. By focusing on what you can control and taking responsibility for your outcomes, you empower yourself to make positive changes and move forward with purpose. Practice asking yourself, "What can I do to improve this situation?" rather than, "Who is to blame for this?" This shift in mindset helps you to take control of your life and to approach challenges with a proactive and empowered attitude. Another toxic habit to be aware of is the tendency to hold on to grudges. The Stoics believed that holding on to anger and resentment only serves to harm you, creating a cycle of negativity that can be difficult to break. By letting go of grudges and practicing forgiveness, you free yourself from the emotional burden and create space for healing and growth. Seneca wrote, "To be angry is to revenge the faults of others on ourselves." This Stoic insight highlights the self-destructive nature of holding on to grudges. When you hold on to anger and resentment, you carry a heavy emotional burden that weighs you down and prevents you from moving forward. This habit can create a cycle of negativity where the pain of past wrongs continues to affect your present relationships and well-being. To break this habit, the Stoics teach the importance of forgiveness and letting go. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior, but rather choosing to release the anger and resentment that keep you stuck in the past. By forgiving others, you free yourself from the toxic energy of grudges and create space for peace and healing in your life. Practice letting go by reminding yourself that holding on to anger only harms you and that forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. Reflect on the freedom and peace that come from releasing grudges and make a conscious decision to let go of the past and move forward with a lighter heart. Another toxic habit that can undermine your efforts is the tendency to neglect self-care. The Stoics understood that taking care of your body, mind, and spirit is essential for living a balanced and fulfilling life. When you neglect self-care, you deplete your energy and resilience, making it harder to pursue your goals and handle life's challenges. The Stoics emphasized the importance of maintaining a healthy balance between the body and mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This principle extends to self-care, as it reminds you that taking care of your physical and mental well-being is within your control and is essential for living a strong and purposeful life. To break the habit of neglecting self-care, the Stoics encourage the practice of self-care as a foundational part of your life. This might include regular exercise, healthy eating, sufficient rest, and time for relaxation and reflection. By prioritizing self-care, you build a strong foundation of well-being that supports your efforts and enhances your ability to achieve your goals. Consider self-care as an investment in your long-term success and well-being, rather than as an indulgence or afterthought. Create daily rituals that nurture your body and mind, and make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. Finally, another toxic habit to be mindful of is the tendency to fear change. The Stoics believed that change is a natural and inevitable part of life, and resisting it only leads to suffering. When you fear change, you limit your potential and miss out on opportunities for growth and transformation. Marcus Aurelius reflected on the nature of change, writing, "Observe always that everything is the result of change, and get used to thinking that there is nothing nature loves so well as to change existing forms and to make new ones like them." This Stoic perspective encourages you to embrace change as an essential part of life, rather than fearing it. Change brings new opportunities, challenges, and growth, and by resisting it, you miss out on the potential for transformation and improvement. To break this habit, the Stoics teach the importance of embracing change with an open mind and heart. Reflect on the opportunities that change can bring, and approach it with curiosity and a willingness to learn. By embracing change, you open yourself to new possibilities and create space for growth and transformation in your life. Practice viewing change as an adventure rather than a threat, and remind yourself that every change, whether welcome or unwelcome, carries the potential for positive growth and new beginnings. In conclusion, breaking toxic habits is an essential part of living a balanced and fulfilling life according to Stoic principles. By identifying and eliminating these habits, you free yourself from the behaviors that drain your energy and distract you from your goals. The Stoics teach the importance of self-awareness, responsibility, and intentionality in creating a life that is aligned with your values and purpose. As you continue on your journey, remember that breaking toxic habits is not about perfection, but about progress. It's about making conscious choices that support your growth and well-being, and creating a life that reflects your true self. By applying Stoic principles to your daily life, you can identify and eliminate the habits that hold you back, and cultivate the practices that empower you to live with purpose, integrity, and fulfillment. This process of breaking toxic habits is a journey of self-discovery and growth. It requires patience, commitment, and a willingness to confront the patterns of behavior that no longer serve you. But with each toxic habit you break, you create space for new, positive habits to take root, habits that support your goals, enhance your well-being, and bring you closer to the life you desire. As you work to break free from the toxic habits that have held you back, you begin to feel a new sense of clarity and purpose. Each step you take toward eliminating these patterns creates space for something more powerful: emotional resilience, a strength that allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. But what if you could take this resilience a step further? What if, instead of merely enduring the trials of life, You could cultivate an inner strength so profound that you could face any adversity with the confidence of someone who is truly untouchable. Imagine a life where the storms of emotion, anger, fear, frustration pass over you like fleeting clouds, unable to shake your core. What if you could walk through the most trying situations with a sense of calm assurance, knowing that no external force has the power to disrupt your inner peace? This is the kind of emotional resilience the Stoics aspired to, a resilience built not on the absence of emotion, but on mastering it, so that your actions are guided by reason and virtue rather than by fleeting feelings. The journey to becoming emotionally untouchable begins with understanding that emotions themselves are not the enemy. The Stoics recognized that emotions are a natural part of the human experience, but they also believed that unchecked emotions could lead to irrational behavior, poor decisions, and unnecessary suffering. The key, they taught, is not to suppress your emotions, but to understand and regulate them so that they serve your higher purpose rather than detract from it. One of the foundational principles of Stoicism is the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. This principle is central to building emotional resilience. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control the external events that trigger our emotions, we can control our responses to those events. This understanding is liberating because it places the power over your emotional state squarely in your own hands. No matter what happens around you, you have the ability to choose how you will respond. Think about the last time you felt overwhelmed by emotion. Perhaps it was anger at being wronged, fear in the face of uncertainty, or frustration when things didn't go as planned. In that moment, it might have seemed as though your emotions were controlling you, driving your thoughts and actions in ways that didn't align with your true self. But what if, instead of reacting impulsively, you had paused, taken a step back, and chosen to respond with calmness and clarity? This is the power of emotional resilience, the ability to maintain your composure and make wise decisions, even in the heat of the moment. The Stoics taught that one of the most effective ways to build this kind of resilience is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness, in the Stoic sense, involves being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. By cultivating mindfulness, you create a space between stimulus and response, allowing yourself to choose your reaction rather than being driven by impulse. For example, if you find yourself in a situation that triggers anger, mindfulness allows you to observe the emotion without immediately acting on it. You might notice the physical sensations associated with anger, your heart rate increasing, your muscles tensing, but instead of letting these sensations dictate your actions, you take a deep breath, acknowledge the emotion, and then decide how to proceed in a way that aligns with your values and long-term goals. Another powerful Stoic strategy for building emotional resilience is the practice of negative visualization. This involves mentally rehearsing potential challenges or setbacks before they happen, so that you are prepared to face them with calmness and strength. By imagining the worst-case scenario and considering how you would handle it, you desensitize yourself to fear and anxiety, making it easier to remain composed when difficulties arise. Negative visualization is not about dwelling on negativity or expecting the worst. Rather, it is a way of preparing your mind for the inevitable challenges of life. When you regularly practice this exercise, you build a mental resilience that allows you to face adversity with a sense of calm confidence, knowing that you have already considered and prepared for the possibilities. This practice helps to reduce the emotional impact of unexpected events, allowing you to navigate them with greater ease and composure. Another key aspect of emotional resilience is the ability to detach from outcomes. The Stoics believed that while it is natural to have goals and desires, true strength comes from the ability to pursue them with passion while remaining unattached to the specific results. This detachment does not mean indifference. Rather, it is a recognition that your worth and happiness are not dependent on any particular outcome. When you detach from outcomes, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil that often accompanies the pursuit of goals. Instead of being consumed by anxiety, fear of failure, or disappointment, you can focus on the process, the actions you take, the effort you put in, and the values that guide you. This shift in focus allows you to remain emotionally resilient, even when the results are not what you hoped for. For instance, if you are working toward a promotion at work, detachment might involve doing your best, seeking feedback, and continuously improving your skills, while accepting that the decision ultimately lies in the hands of others. By detaching from the outcome, you protect yourself from the emotional roller coaster of anticipation and potential disappointment, allowing you to maintain your inner peace regardless of the result. Another Stoic strategy for building emotional resilience is the practice of self-reflection. The Stoics believed that regularly examining your thoughts, actions, and emotions is essential for personal growth and emotional strength. Self-reflection allows you to identify patterns of behavior that may be contributing to emotional turmoil and to make conscious choices about how to respond to challenges in a more constructive way. One way to practice self-reflection is through journaling. By writing down your thoughts and experiences each day, you create a space to explore your emotions and gain insight into your reactions. You can ask yourself questions like, what emotions did I experience today? How did I respond to those emotions? Did my actions align with my values? What could I have done differently? This process of reflection helps you to understand your emotional triggers, recognize unhelpful patterns, and develop strategies for responding more effectively in the future. Another important aspect of emotional resilience is the cultivation of gratitude. The Stoics believed that by focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you can create a more positive and balanced mindset. Gratitude shifts your attention away from the negatives and helps you to appreciate the positives in your life, no matter how small. This practice not only enhances your emotional resilience, but also strengthens your overall well-being. To cultivate gratitude, take time each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for. This could be as simple as appreciating a moment of peace, the support of a friend, or the beauty of nature. By regularly acknowledging the good in your life, you build a foundation of positivity that makes it easier to remain resilient in the face of challenges. Gratitude also helps to put things in perspective, reminding you that even in difficult times, there is always something to be thankful for. Another powerful Stoic practice for building emotional resilience is the concept of voluntary discomfort. The Stoics believed that by intentionally exposing yourself to situations that are uncomfortable or challenging, you build the mental and emotional strength needed to handle greater difficulties. This practice helps to desensitize you to discomfort and to develop the resilience needed to face life's inevitable challenges with confidence. Voluntary discomfort can take many forms, such as fasting, taking cold showers, or engaging in intense physical exercise. The goal is not to punish yourself, but to build resilience by facing discomfort head-on. By practicing voluntary discomfort, you train your mind to remain calm and composed in the face of adversity, knowing that you have the strength to endure and overcome whatever challenges arise. For example, you might choose to go without your usual comforts for a day, such as skipping your morning coffee or spending time outdoors in less than ideal weather. These small acts of voluntary discomfort remind you that you are capable of handling more than you might think, and they help to build the mental toughness needed to face larger challenges with resilience. Another key element of emotional resilience is the ability to forgive. The Stoics believed that holding on to anger and resentment only serves to harm you, creating a cycle of negativity that can be difficult to break. By practicing forgiveness, you free yourself from the emotional burden of grudges and create space for healing and growth. Forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior, but about releasing the emotional hold that past wrongs have on you. When you forgive, you let go of the anger and bitterness that keep you stuck in the past, allowing you to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. This act of letting go is essential for emotional resilience, as it frees up mental and emotional energy that can be better spent on positive pursuits. To practice forgiveness, start by acknowledging the emotions you feel toward the person or situation that has hurt you. Allow yourself to feel those emotions fully, without judgment, and then make a conscious decision to release them. You might choose to write a letter to the person involved, expressing your feelings and then symbolically letting go of the letter, or you might simply take a moment to meditate on the idea of forgiveness, imagining the burden of anger lifting from your shoulders. By regularly practicing forgiveness, you build the emotional resilience needed to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. Another Stoic strategy for emotional resilience is the practice of acceptance. The Stoics taught that many of the things we worry about are beyond our control, and that resisting or denying these realities only leads to unnecessary suffering. Acceptance involves acknowledging what is, rather than wishing for what could be, and finding peace in the present moment. Acceptance does not mean giving up or becoming passive. Rather, it is about recognizing the limits of your control and focusing your energy on what you can influence. This mindset allows you to remain emotionally resilient, even when faced with difficult or unexpected situations. By accepting the reality of a situation, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil of resistance and create space for constructive action. For example, if you face a situation at work where a project is delayed due to factors beyond your control, acceptance might involve acknowledging the delay, assessing the situation calmly, and then focusing on what you can do to move forward. By accepting the reality of the situation, you avoid the frustration and stress that come from resisting what is, and instead channel your energy into finding solutions and making progress. Another important aspect of emotional resilience is the cultivation of self-compassion. The Stoics believed that while it is important to strive for excellence, it is equally important to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Self-compassion involves recognizing that you are human and that it is okay to make mistakes or experience setbacks. It means being gentle with yourself and allowing yourself the space to grow and learn. Self-compassion helps to reduce the pressure to be perfect and allows you to approach challenges with a sense of balance and perspective. By practicing self-compassion, you free yourself from the need to harshly criticize yourself when things don't go as planned, and instead focus on the lessons you can learn from the experience. This mindset helps to create a sense of resilience and fulfillment, even when the journey is challenging or the outcome is uncertain. For example, if you experience a setback, such as not achieving a goal or facing a difficult challenge, self-compassion might involve acknowledging your efforts and focusing on what you can learn from the experience. This approach helps to sustain your motivation and resilience, even in the face of difficulties. Another Stoic practice that supports emotional resilience is the cultivation of patience. The Stoics understood that true growth and achievement take time, and that impatience can lead to frustration, anxiety, and poor decision-making. By practicing patience, you allow yourself the time and space needed to develop your skills, pursue your goals, and navigate challenges with calmness and clarity. Patience involves recognizing that meaningful progress often happens gradually, and that each step forward, no matter how small, is part of the journey. When you cultivate patience, you are better able to appreciate the process and remain committed to your goals, even when the path is long or uncertain. This mindset helps to build emotional resilience as you learn to trust the process and remain focused on your long-term vision, rather than being swayed by short-term setbacks or delays. For example, if you are working toward a long-term goal, such as improving your health or building a new skill, patience might involve setting small, manageable milestones and celebrating each one as you progress. This approach helps to maintain your motivation and focus, even when the journey is long or challenging. Finally, one of the most powerful Stoic practices for building emotional resilience is the concept of amor fati, or the love of fate. The Stoics believed that everything that happens in life, both good and bad, is part of a larger plan, and that by embracing this plan with love and acceptance, you can find peace and fulfillment in even the most difficult circumstances. Amor fati involves embracing whatever life throws at you with an open heart and a willingness to learn from every experience. This mindset allows you to view challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and transformation. By practicing amor fati, you build the emotional resilience needed to face life's trials with courage and grace, knowing that every experience is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. For example, if you face a significant setback, such as the loss of a job or the end of a relationship, amor fati might involve accepting the situation as it is, without resistance, and looking for the lessons and opportunities that can arise from it. This approach allows you to move forward with resilience and hope, rather than being weighed down by regret or despair. Building emotional resilience through Stoic strategies involves cultivating mindfulness, detachment, self-reflection, gratitude, voluntary discomfort, forgiveness, acceptance, self-compassion, patience, and amor fati. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you can develop the inner strength needed to face life's challenges with confidence, composure, and grace. As you continue on your journey, remember that emotional resilience is not about being impervious to pain or difficulty, but about developing the capacity to navigate life's ups and downs with wisdom, courage, and an unwavering commitment to your highest values. By practicing these Stoic strategies, you can become emotionally untouchable, someone who is able to face adversity with a calm and steady mind, who remains true to their principles even in the most challenging situations, and who finds strength and peace in every experience. This journey toward emotional resilience is not easy, but it is deeply rewarding, and it brings you ever closer to becoming the best version of yourself. As you cultivate emotional resilience through Stoic strategies, you begin to realize that this strength is not just about weathering life's storms, it's about steering your ship toward a meaningful destination. Resilience gives you the power to remain steady, but what truly drives you forward is a sense of purpose. Without purpose, resilience can become aimless, a shield without a direction. But when you infuse your life with purpose, every challenge becomes a stepping stone, every decision a deliberate step on a path that matters. The question then arises, how do you live a life that is not only resilient, but also deeply purposeful? Imagine waking up each day with a clear sense of direction, knowing that your actions, no matter how small, contribute to something greater than yourself. What if every moment of your life, from the mundane to the extraordinary, was imbued with meaning? This is the kind of life the Stoics envisioned, a life where purpose is not just an abstract ideal, but a daily practice woven into the fabric of your existence. Living a purposeful life according to Stoic principles means aligning your actions with your values, making choices that reflect your deepest convictions, and striving to contribute to the greater good. It's about recognizing that your time on this earth is finite and that how you choose to spend it matters. But purpose is not something you stumble upon by chance. It's something you cultivate through deliberate practice and reflection. One of the most profound Stoic lessons for living a purposeful life is the idea that purpose is found in the pursuit of virtue. The Stoics believed that virtue, qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, are the highest goods, and that living in accordance with these virtues is the key to a meaningful life. When you make decisions based on virtue, you align yourself with the natural order of the universe, creating a life that is harmonious and fulfilling. For example, consider the virtue of courage. In your daily life, courage might manifest as the willingness to stand up for what is right, even when it is unpopular or risky. It could mean speaking out against injustice in the workplace or standing by a friend in a difficult time, even when others have turned away. By consistently choosing to act with courage, you not only strengthen this virtue within yourself, but also create a ripple effect that influences others and contributes to a more just and compassionate world. Similarly, the virtue of justice involves treating others with fairness and respect, regardless of their status or relationship to you. In a practical sense, this might mean advocating for equality in your community, supporting policies that promote social justice, or simply ensuring that your daily interactions are characterized by fairness and integrity. By embodying justice in your actions, you live out your purpose in a way that contributes to the common good. Another important Stoic lesson for living a purposeful life is the practice of memento mori, or the contemplation of mortality. The Stoics taught that regularly reflecting on the fact that life is short and unpredictable helps you to focus on what truly matters and to make the most of the time you have. This awareness of your mortality is not meant to create fear, but to inspire you to live with urgency and intention. Memento mori is a powerful tool for prioritization. When you acknowledge that your time is limited, you are less likely to waste it on trivial pursuits or meaningless distractions. Instead, you focus on what truly matters, whether that's building meaningful relationships, pursuing a passion, or contributing to a cause that aligns with your values. This practice encourages you to let go of trivial concerns and distractions and to focus on the actions and relationships that bring meaning and fulfillment to your life. It's a powerful reminder that every moment is an opportunity to live in alignment with your purpose. For example, let's say you're faced with a decision about how to spend your weekend. You could choose to binge watch a series on television, a distraction that might offer temporary pleasure but little long-term fulfillment. Alternatively, you could spend that time connecting with loved ones, working on a project that matters to you, or volunteering for a cause you care about. By keeping memento mori in mind, you might be more inclined to choose the latter options, knowing that they contribute to a life of purpose. Another key lesson from the Stoics is the importance of self-discipline in living a purposeful life. The Stoics believed that self-discipline is essential for maintaining focus and staying true to your goals and values. Without discipline, it's easy to be swayed by distractions, temptations, or the opinions of others, leading you away from your true purpose. Self-discipline involves making intentional choices about how you spend your time, energy, and resources. It means setting boundaries, establishing routines, and holding yourself accountable to your commitments. By cultivating self-discipline, you create the structure and focus needed to pursue your purpose with consistency and determination, even in the face of challenges or setbacks. Consider the example of someone who has a long-term goal of writing a book. Without self-discipline, it's easy to procrastinate, to prioritize other tasks, or to abandon the project altogether when it becomes difficult. However, by practicing self-discipline, setting aside time each day to write, avoiding distractions during that time, and staying committed even when progress is slow, the person can steadily work toward their goal. In this way, self-discipline becomes the engine that drives the pursuit of a purposeful life. Another Stoic lesson for living a purposeful life is the practice of gratitude. The Stoics believed that gratitude is not just about appreciating what you have, but also about recognizing the opportunities that life presents to you each day. When you approach life with gratitude, you see each moment as a gift, and you are more likely to make choices that reflect your values and contribute to your purpose. Gratitude also helps to keep you grounded in the present moment, allowing you to fully engage with the tasks and challenges at hand. By practicing gratitude, you cultivate a mindset of abundance and possibility, which supports your ability to live with purpose and intention. It reminds you that even in difficult times, there is always something to be grateful for, and that each experience, no matter how challenging, can contribute to your growth and purpose. For instance, imagine you've had a challenging day at work, filled with setbacks and frustrations. Instead of dwelling on the negatives, you might choose to focus on what went well, perhaps a kind word from a colleague, a small accomplishment, or simply the fact that you have the opportunity to learn and grow from the challenges you faced. By cultivating gratitude in this way, you reinforce a positive outlook and keep your focus on your long-term goals and purpose. Another crucial aspect of living a purposeful life according to Stoic principles is the practice of aligning your actions with your values. The Stoics believed that true fulfillment comes from living in accordance with your deepest convictions rather than simply following societal expectations or pursuing external rewards. When your actions reflect your values, you create a sense of coherence and integrity in your life, which enhances your sense of purpose and meaning. To align your actions with your values, it's important to regularly reflect on what matters most to you and to make decisions that are consistent with those values. This might involve setting clear goals that are aligned with your purpose, making sacrifices in the short term for the sake of long-term fulfillment, or choosing to act with courage and integrity even when it's difficult. By living in alignment with your values, you create a life that is deeply meaningful and true to yourself. For example, if one of your core values is environmental stewardship, you might choose to live in a way that minimizes your impact on the planet. This could involve reducing your consumption of resources, supporting sustainable practices, or advocating for policies that protect the environment. By aligning your actions with your value of environmental stewardship, you not only contribute to a cause you care about, but also create a life that is rich in purpose and meaning. Another Stoic lesson for living a purposeful life is the importance of contributing to the greater good. The Stoics believed that we are all part of a larger community and that our actions should not only serve our own interests, but also benefit others. This sense of social responsibility is central to Stoic ethics and is key to living a life of purpose and fulfillment. When you contribute to the greater good, you create a sense of connection and meaning that transcends your individual concerns. This might involve acts of kindness, service, or leadership, or simply living in a way that sets a positive example for others. By focusing on how your actions impact those around you, you cultivate a sense of purpose that is grounded in compassion and empathy, making your life more meaningful and rewarding. Consider the example of a doctor who chooses to work in underserved communities, providing care to those who might not otherwise have access to it. While the work may be challenging and the rewards not always material, the doctor's sense of purpose comes from knowing that they are making a tangible difference in the lives of others. This contribution to the greater good not only fulfills the doctor's sense of duty, but also brings deep personal satisfaction and a strong sense of purpose. Another key Stoic lesson for living a purposeful life is the practice of accepting what is beyond your control. The Stoics taught that many aspects of life, such as the actions of others, external events, or the passage of time are beyond our control, and that trying to change or resist these things only leads to frustration and suffering. Instead, they advised focusing on what you can control, your own thoughts, actions, and responses, and letting go of the rest. This practice of acceptance allows you to remain focused on your purpose, even in the face of challenges or setbacks. By accepting what you cannot change, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil of resistance and create space for constructive action. This mindset helps you to stay true to your purpose, no matter what obstacles arise, and to find peace and fulfillment in the present moment. For example, imagine you are leading a project at work, and despite your best efforts, external factors cause delays and complications. Instead of becoming frustrated or despondent, you might choose to focus on what you can do to adapt and move forward, accepting that some aspects are beyond your control. By maintaining this focus on what you can influence, you keep your energy directed toward positive action, rather than being consumed by worry or frustration. Another important Stoic lesson for living a purposeful life is the cultivation of wisdom. The Stoics believed that wisdom, the ability to discern what is true, good, and important, is the foundation of a meaningful life. By seeking wisdom, you develop the clarity and insight needed to make decisions that align with your purpose and values. Wisdom is cultivated through reflection, learning, and experience. It involves asking deep questions about the nature of life, seeking knowledge from a variety of sources, and being open to new perspectives. By prioritizing the pursuit of wisdom, you create a life that is rich in understanding and meaning, and you are better equipped to navigate the complexities of the human experience with purpose and clarity. For instance, consider how wisdom might guide you in a situation where you face a moral dilemma. Rather than making a decision based on impulse or societal pressures, you might take time to reflect on the principles of justice, fairness, and the long-term consequences of your actions. By seeking wisdom, you ensure that your decisions are thoughtful and aligned with your deeper values, contributing to a life of integrity and purpose. Another Stoic lesson for living a purposeful life is the practice of perseverance. The Stoics understood that living a life of purpose is not always easy, and that it requires determination and resilience in the face of challenges. Perseverance involves staying committed to your goals and values, even when the path is difficult or uncertain. Perseverance is not just about enduring hardships. It's about actively choosing to continue moving forward despite obstacles or setbacks. By cultivating perseverance, you build the inner strength needed to pursue your purpose with tenacity and courage, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity for growth and progress. This mindset helps you to remain focused on your long-term vision, rather than being discouraged by short-term difficulties. For example, if your goal is to build a successful business that aligns with your values, perseverance might involve weathering financial difficulties, overcoming setbacks, and continuously refining your approach in the face of challenges. By maintaining your commitment to your purpose, you increase your chances of success and ensure that your journey is meaningful, regardless of the outcome. Finally, one of the most powerful Stoic lessons for living a purposeful life is the practice of self-awareness. The Stoics believed that self-awareness is essential for understanding your true desires, motivations, and values, and for making choices that reflect your authentic self. By cultivating self-awareness, you gain insight into your inner world and are better able to live in alignment with your purpose. Self-awareness involves regularly reflecting on your thoughts, emotions, and actions, and being honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses. It means being mindful of how your choices impact your life and the lives of others, and being willing to make changes when necessary. By practicing self-awareness, you create a life that is deeply intentional and purposeful, grounded in a clear understanding of who you are and what you stand for. For example, self-awareness might involve recognizing that certain habits or patterns of behavior are not serving your long-term goals and making a conscious effort to change them. It might also involve acknowledging your own limitations and seeking help or support when needed, rather than allowing pride or fear to hold you back. By cultivating self-awareness, you ensure that your actions are aligned with your values and that your life is lived with purpose and integrity. Living a purposeful life according to Stoic principles involves cultivating virtue, reflecting on your mortality, practicing self-discipline, embracing gratitude, aligning your actions with your values, contributing to the greater good, accepting what is beyond your control, seeking wisdom, persevering through challenges, and cultivating self-awareness. By integrating these lessons into your daily life, you can create a life that is rich in meaning, grounded in integrity, and filled with a deep sense of purpose. As you continue on your journey, remember that living a purposeful life is not about achieving perfection or reaching a final destination. It's about the choices you make each day, the actions you take in alignment with your values, and the commitment you have to living with intention and meaning. By applying Stoic teachings to your life, you can navigate the complexities of the human experience with wisdom, courage, and a deep sense of purpose, creating a life that is truly worth living. This journey toward living a purposeful life is ongoing, and it requires continual reflection, growth, and adaptation. The Stoic principles serve as a compass, guiding you toward a life that is not only resilient, but also deeply fulfilling. Each day offers new opportunities to live with purpose, to make choices that reflect your true values, and to contribute to the greater good. By embracing these principles, you create a life that is not only meaningful to yourself, but also has a positive impact on the world around you. Imagine looking back on your life with the knowledge that you lived each day with intention, that you pursued your purpose with passion and integrity, and that you made a difference in the lives of others. This is the legacy of a life lived with purpose, a legacy that goes beyond material achievements or external recognition, leaving a lasting impact on the world and the people you touched. This is the essence of living a purposeful life according to Stoic principles, and it is a journey worth taking. As you embark on the journey of living a purposeful life, you will inevitably encounter challenges, obstacles, and moments of doubt. No path to a meaningful existence is free from setbacks. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of difficulty that your commitment to purpose is tested and your resilience is forged. The Stoics understood that setbacks are not just inevitable, they are essential. They believed that every failure, every obstacle, is an opportunity in disguise, a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. But how do you turn these setbacks into stepping stones on the path to success? Imagine facing a significant setback, something that shakes your confidence and makes you question your path. It could be the loss of a job, a failed relationship, or a personal project that didn't go as planned. In that moment, it's easy to feel defeated, to see the setback as a sign of failure. But what if, instead of succumbing to despair, you could view this setback through a different lens? What if you could see it as a pivotal moment, a chance to redirect your energy, to learn, to adapt, and ultimately to succeed in a way you hadn't imagined? The Stoics believed that setbacks are not final. They are simply part of the process of growth. They taught that what matters most is not the obstacle itself, but how you respond to it. By applying Stoic principles, you can transform even the most challenging setbacks into opportunities for success, using them as fuel to propel you forward on your journey. This mindset shift is powerful because it allows you to embrace challenges rather than fear them, to see failure not as the end, but as the beginning of something new. One of the first Stoic techniques for turning setbacks into success is the practice of reframing. Reframing involves changing the way you perceive a situation, focusing not on the negative aspects, but on the potential benefits or opportunities it presents. The Stoics believed that our perception of events, rather than the events themselves, determines our experience. By choosing to see a setback as an opportunity for growth, you empower yourself to respond with resilience and creativity. For example, if you experience a professional setback, such as being passed over for a promotion, you might initially feel disappointed or even angry. But by reframing the situation, you can choose to see it as an opportunity to develop new skills, to explore different career paths, or to strengthen your resolve to achieve your goals. This shift in perspective not only alleviates negative emotions, but also opens up new possibilities for action and success. Another powerful Stoic technique for turning setbacks into success is the practice of acceptance. The Stoics taught that many aspects of life are beyond our control, and that resisting or denying these realities only leads to unnecessary suffering. By accepting what has happened, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil of resistance and create space for constructive action. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means acknowledging reality as it is and choosing to move forward in a positive direction. Imagine you've experienced a major personal loss, such as the end of a significant relationship. The initial reaction might be one of sadness, anger, or regret. But by practicing acceptance, you can begin to let go of what you cannot change and focus on how you can rebuild your life in a meaningful way. Acceptance allows you to process your emotions, learn from the experience, and eventually find new opportunities for growth and fulfillment. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of focusing on what you can control. When faced with a setback, it's easy to become overwhelmed by factors outside your control, such as the actions of others or external circumstances. However, the Stoics taught that true power lies in your ability to control your thoughts, actions, and responses. By directing your energy toward what you can control, you regain a sense of agency and purpose, even in the face of adversity. For example, if you lose your job due to economic factors beyond your control, you might feel powerless at first. But by focusing on what you can control, such as updating your resume, networking, and learning new skills, you can take proactive steps toward finding new opportunities. This focus on controllable factors not only helps you to overcome the setback, but also strengthens your resilience and determination. Another key Stoic technique for turning setbacks into success is the practice of resilience. Resilience involves the ability to bounce back from difficulties, to recover and continue moving forward despite obstacles. The Stoics believed that resilience is not just a trait you are born with, but a skill that can be cultivated through deliberate practice. By embracing challenges and viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth, you build the mental and emotional strength needed to persevere in the face of adversity. One way to build resilience is through the practice of voluntary discomfort, a Stoic exercise that involves intentionally exposing yourself to situations that are uncomfortable or challenging. This might include fasting, taking cold showers, or engaging in difficult physical activities. By practicing voluntary discomfort, you train your mind and body to handle adversity with calmness and composure, making it easier to remain resilient when faced with real-life setbacks. Another Stoic technique for turning setbacks into success is the practice of negative visualization. Negative visualization involves imagining the worst-case scenario in a given situation and considering how you would handle it. This exercise helps to desensitize you to fear and anxiety, making it easier to remain calm and focused when difficulties arise. By mentally preparing yourself for potential setbacks, you build the resilience needed to turn challenges into opportunities. For example, if you are embarking on a new business venture, you might practice negative visualization by imagining the possible obstacles you could face, such as financial difficulties, competition, or market changes. By considering these scenarios in advance, you can develop strategies to mitigate risks and respond effectively if challenges arise. This preparation not only reduces fear and anxiety, but also increases your confidence and ability to succeed. The Stoics also taught the importance of embracing change. Setbacks often occur when life takes an unexpected turn, when plans go awry, or circumstances change suddenly. The Stoics believed that change is a natural and inevitable part of life, and that resisting it only leads to suffering. By embracing change and adapting to new circumstances, you can turn setbacks into opportunities for growth and success. Imagine you've been working on a project for months, only to have the entire scope change due to unforeseen factors. The initial reaction might be one of frustration or disappointment, but by embracing the change and viewing it as an opportunity to learn and adapt, you can find new ways to approach the project and achieve success. This mindset of adaptability allows you to remain flexible and open to new possibilities, even when faced with unexpected challenges. Another key Stoic technique for turning setbacks into success is the practice of self-reflection. The Stoics believed that regularly examining your thoughts, actions, and experiences is essential for personal growth and resilience. When faced with a setback, self-reflection allows you to identify what went wrong, learn from the experience, and make adjustments for the future. One way to practice self-reflection is through journaling. By writing down your thoughts and feelings after a setback, you can gain clarity on what happened, why it happened, and how you can respond in a more constructive way. Self-reflection helps you to learn from your mistakes and to see setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than as failures. This practice not only builds resilience, but also enhances your ability to turn challenges into success. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of persistence in the face of setbacks. They believed that true success is often the result of consistent effort and determination, even when the path is difficult. By staying committed to your goals and values, even in the face of adversity, you increase your chances of turning setbacks into success. For example, consider the story of a writer who faces multiple rejections from publishers. Instead of giving up, the writer continues to refine their work, seeking feedback and making improvements. Over time, this persistence pays off, and the writer eventually finds success. This example illustrates the Stoic principle that setbacks are not the end of the road, but rather opportunities to strengthen your resolve and continue pursuing your goals with determination. Another powerful Stoic technique for turning setbacks into success is the practice of gratitude. The Stoics believed that gratitude is essential for maintaining a positive mindset, even in the face of difficulties. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you create a foundation of positivity that helps you to see setbacks as opportunities rather than as failures. When faced with a setback, take time to reflect on the things you are grateful for, the lessons you've learned, the support you've received, or the skills you've developed. This practice of gratitude helps to shift your focus from the negative aspects of the situation to the positive opportunities it presents. By cultivating gratitude, you build the resilience needed to turn setbacks into success. The Stoics also taught the importance of maintaining a sense of purpose in the face of setbacks. When you are clear about your purpose and values, setbacks become less daunting because you see them as part of a larger journey. By staying focused on your long-term goals and the bigger picture, you can navigate setbacks with greater confidence and determination. For example, if your goal is to make a positive impact on the world, A setback in your career or personal life might be seen as a temporary obstacle rather than as a failure. By staying connected to your purpose, you can find the motivation to keep going, even when the path is difficult. This sense of purpose provides a guiding light that helps you to turn setbacks into opportunities for growth and success. Another key Stoic technique for turning setbacks into success is the practice of detachment. The Stoics believed that while it is natural to have goals and desires, true resilience comes from the ability to pursue them without becoming attached to specific outcomes. By detaching from the need for a particular result, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil that often accompanies setbacks, allowing you to focus on the process rather than the outcome. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means recognizing that your worth and happiness are not dependent on external achievements. When you detach from outcomes, you can approach setbacks with a sense of calm and clarity, knowing that your value is not defined by any single event. This mindset allows you to turn setbacks into opportunities for growth and success, without being consumed by the fear of failure. Another Stoic technique for turning setbacks into success is the practice of forgiveness, both of others and of yourself. The Stoics believed that holding on to anger, resentment, or guilt only serves to create further suffering. By practicing forgiveness, you release the emotional burdens that can keep you stuck in the past and prevent you from moving forward. When faced with a setback, it's important to forgive yourself for any mistakes you may have made and to forgive others who may have contributed to the situation. This act of forgiveness allows you to let go of negative emotions and focus on what you can do to improve and succeed in the future. By cultivating forgiveness, you create the emotional space needed to turn setbacks into success. Another important Stoic technique for turning setbacks into success is the practice of self-compassion. The Stoics believed that while it's important to strive for excellence, it's also important to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Setbacks are a natural part of life, and self-compassion helps you to navigate them with resilience and grace. Self-compassion involves recognizing that you are human and that it's okay to make mistakes or experience setbacks. It means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend in a similar situation. When you practice self-compassion, you are more likely to learn from your setbacks and to use them as opportunities for growth and success, rather than as reasons for self-criticism or despair. Finally, one of the most powerful Stoic techniques for turning setbacks into success is the practice of amor fati, or the love of fate. The Stoics believed that everything that happens in life, both good and bad, is part of a larger plan, and that by embracing this plan with love and acceptance, you can find peace and fulfillment in even the most difficult circumstances. Amor fati involves embracing whatever life throws at you with an open heart and a willingness to learn from every experience. This mindset allows you to view setbacks not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and transformation. By practicing amor fati, you build the emotional resilience needed to face life's trials with courage and grace, knowing that every experience is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. For example, if you face a significant setback, such as the loss of a job or the end of a relationship, amor fati might involve accepting the situation as it is, without resistance, and looking for the lessons and opportunities that can arise from it. This approach allows you to move forward with resilience and hope, rather than being weighed down by regret or despair. In conclusion, the Stoics believed that setbacks are not final. They are opportunities in disguise, chances to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. By applying Stoic techniques such as reframing, acceptance, focusing on what you can control, building resilience, practicing negative visualization, embracing change, self-reflection, persistence, gratitude, maintaining a sense of purpose, detachment, forgiveness, self-compassion, and amor fati. You can turn even the most challenging setbacks into opportunities for success. As you continue on your journey, remember that setbacks are not the end of the road. They are part of the process of growth and transformation. By viewing setbacks through the lens of Stoic wisdom, you can embrace them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and ultimately succeed in ways you hadn't imagined. This mindset shift is powerful because it allows you to approach life's challenges with confidence, knowing that every setback is an opportunity to grow and become the best version of yourself. With each setback you face, you have a choice. You can either be defeated by it, or you can use it as a stepping stone on your path to success. By choosing the latter, you not only build resilience and strength, but also create a life that is rich in meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom, using every experience, whether positive or negative, as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to move closer to your true purpose. As you navigate the path from setbacks to success, guided by Stoic principles, you come to realize that not all obstacles are external. Sometimes, the most insidious challenges are the ones that seep into your life quietly, unnoticed, until they start to erode your resolve, cloud your judgment, and divert you from your true purpose. These challenges are the negative influences that surround you, people, habits, environments that subtly shape your thoughts, emotions, and actions. While setbacks can be transformed into opportunities for growth, negative influences must be recognized and avoided, for they can slowly, almost imperceptibly, lead you astray. Imagine you're on a journey toward a goal that is deeply meaningful to you. You've set your sights on success, but along the way, you find yourself pulled in different directions by forces that seem beyond your control. These influences might come from people who doubt you, environments that drain your energy, or habits that undermine your progress. At first, these influences may seem harmless or even benign, but over time they can chip away at your confidence, weaken your resolve, and steer you off course. How do you identify these negative influences, and more importantly, how do you protect yourself from their subtle yet powerful effects? The Stoics believed that living a life of purpose and virtue requires vigilance, not just against obvious dangers, but against the more subtle threats that can undermine your character and your goals. They taught that the first step in guarding against negative influences is awareness. You must learn to recognize these influences in your life before you can take steps to avoid them. By cultivating this awareness, you empower yourself to make conscious choices about who and what you allow into your life, ensuring that your environment supports your journey rather than detracts from it. One of the most common negative influences the Stoics warned against is the company of those who lack virtue. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors. If you spend time with those who are dishonest, selfish, or unprincipled, you may find that their values begin to rub off on you, even if subtly. Over time, you might start to compromise your own principles, making excuses for behaviors that you once found unacceptable. The Stoics understood that character is not just a matter of internal willpower, but also of external influences. Consider, for example, a situation where you find yourself regularly associating with individuals who engage in unethical business practices. At first, you may justify your involvement by telling yourself that you are only observing, not participating. But over time, the normalization of these practices may lead you to question your own ethical boundaries. You might start to rationalize small compromises, telling yourself that they are necessary for success. Before you know it, you've strayed far from the values that once guided you. The Stoics advise that to protect your integrity, you must be mindful of the company you keep. Seek out those who inspire you to be better, who challenge you to live up to your highest ideals. Surround yourself with individuals who embody the virtues you aspire to: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By aligning yourself with virtuous people, you create an environment that supports your growth and helps you to stay true to your purpose, even in the face of temptation or adversity. Another negative influence the Stoics cautioned against is the habit of engaging in idle talk and gossip. Gossip might seem like a harmless way to pass the time or bond with others, but it often involves discussing the flaws and misfortunes of others in a way that is neither constructive nor kind. Engaging in gossip can reinforce negative thought patterns, fostering a mindset of judgment, envy, and superiority. Over time, this habit can erode your empathy, compassion, and sense of justice, values that are central to a Stoic life. Imagine you're in a social setting where the conversation turns to the shortcomings of a colleague or acquaintance. You may feel a momentary sense of connection or satisfaction in sharing or hearing the gossip, but afterward, you're left with a sense of unease. This unease comes from the recognition that gossip is fundamentally at odds with the Stoic principles of justice and kindness. By participating in gossip, you're not only harming others, but also degrading your own character. The Stoics taught that to live a life of virtue, you must guard your speech and avoid engaging in conversations that do not contribute to your growth or the well-being of others. Instead of participating in gossip, focus on conversations that uplift, educate, and inspire. Seek to speak with intention and purpose, using your words to build others up rather than tear them down. By doing so, you cultivate a more positive and supportive environment for yourself and those around you. Another insidious negative influence that the Stoics warned against is the pursuit of material wealth and status at the expense of virtue. In a world that often equates success with financial gain and social recognition, it's easy to become fixated on external achievements. The pursuit of wealth and status can become a driving force in your life, leading you to make decisions that prioritize personal gain over ethical considerations. While there is nothing inherently wrong with wealth or success, the Stoics cautioned that when these pursuits become your primary focus, they can lead you away from your true purpose and values. Consider a scenario where you're offered a lucrative business deal that requires you to compromise your principles. The promise of financial reward and the allure of social status may tempt you to rationalize the compromise, convincing yourself that the ends justify the means. However, the Stoics would remind you that true success is not measured by external wealth or recognition, but by how well you live in accordance with your values. The Stoics taught that to avoid the negative influence of materialism, you must regularly reflect on what truly matters to you. Ask yourself, are you making decisions based on your principles, or are you being swayed by the desire for wealth and status? By keeping your focus on what is within your control, your thoughts, actions, and character, you can resist the pull of materialism and stay true to your purpose. Another negative influence that the Stoics advised avoiding is the tendency to seek validation from others. The desire for approval and recognition is a natural human instinct, but when it becomes a driving force in your life, it can lead you to compromise your values and pursue goals that are not truly aligned with your purpose. The Stoics believed that true fulfillment comes from within, from living a life of virtue and integrity, rather than from external validation. Imagine you're in a situation where you're faced with a choice between doing what is right and doing what will earn you praise or approval from others. The temptation to seek validation may lead you to prioritize the latter, even if it means compromising your principles. Over time, the habit of seeking external validation can erode your sense of self-worth, making you dependent on the opinions of others for your happiness and fulfillment. The Stoics taught that to avoid this negative influence, you must cultivate a strong sense of inner validation. This means regularly reflecting on your values, goals, and actions, and seeking to live in a way that is true to yourself, regardless of what others may think. By focusing on internal validation, you build a sense of self-worth that is resilient and independent of external influences, allowing you to stay true to your purpose even in the face of social pressure. Another subtle yet powerful negative influence the Stoics warned against is the habit of procrastination. Procrastination is often driven by fear of failure, fear of success, or fear of discomfort. It can lead to a cycle of inaction where you put off important tasks or decisions in favor of short-term comfort. Over time, procrastination can erode your confidence, undermine your progress, and prevent you from achieving your goals. Imagine you have a project or goal that is important to you, but you keep putting it off because it feels overwhelming or challenging. Each time you procrastinate, you may feel a temporary sense of relief, but this is quickly replaced by anxiety and guilt. The longer you procrastinate, the harder it becomes to take action, and the more distant your goal appears. The Stoics believed that the key to overcoming procrastination is to focus on taking small, deliberate steps toward your goal. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances, take action now, even if it's just a small step. By breaking tasks down into manageable parts and focusing on what you can do today, you build momentum and reduce the fear and anxiety that drive procrastination. This proactive approach allows you to stay on track and move steadily toward your goals, turning potential setbacks into opportunities for growth. Another negative influence the Stoics cautioned against is the tendency to dwell on the past. While it's natural to reflect on past experiences, dwelling on them, whether it's on past mistakes, regrets, or missed opportunities, can keep you stuck in a cycle of rumination. This habit prevents you from fully engaging with the present and moving forward in your life. Imagine you've experienced a significant failure or setback, and you find yourself constantly replaying the event in your mind, wondering what you could have done differently. This habit of dwelling on the past not only consumes your mental and emotional energy, but also prevents you from seeing the opportunities that exist in the present moment. The Stoics taught that the past is beyond your control and that the only thing you can influence is how you respond to it. To avoid the negative influence of dwelling on the past, practice acceptance and focus on what you can do in the present. Learn from your past experiences, but don't allow them to define you or hold you back. By letting go of the past and focusing on the here and now, you create the space needed to move forward and achieve your goals. Finally, one of the most pervasive negative influences the Stoics warned against is the habit of engaging in negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is the inner dialogue that reinforces feelings of inadequacy, fear, and self-doubt. It can be triggered by external influences, such as criticism from others or societal pressures, or it can arise from internal insecurities. Over time, negative self-talk can erode your confidence, sap your motivation, and prevent you from pursuing your goals with conviction. Imagine you're faced with a new opportunity, but your inner voice starts to whisper doubts. You're not good enough, you're going to fail, or why even bother trying? This negative self-talk creates a mental barrier that holds you back, even before you've had a chance to take action. The more you listen to these negative thoughts, the more they become ingrained, creating a cycle of self-sabotage. The Stoics believed that you have the power to choose your thoughts, and that by practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, you can interrupt the cycle of negative self-talk. When negative thoughts arise, challenge them by asking yourself, are these thoughts true? Are they helpful? What evidence do I have to support or refute them? By questioning and reframing your negative self-talk, you can create a more constructive and empowering inner dialogue that supports your growth and success. In conclusion, the Stoics taught that to live a life of purpose and virtue, you must be vigilant against the negative influences that can subtly undermine your character and your goals. By recognizing and avoiding the influence of unvirtuous company, gossip, materialism, the pursuit of external validation, procrastination, dwelling on the past, and negative self-talk, you create an environment that supports your growth and helps you to stay true to your purpose. As you continue on your journey, remember that the path to success is not just about overcoming external obstacles, but also about guarding against the internal and external influences that can lead you astray. By applying Stoic principles to your daily life, you can cultivate the awareness, discipline, and resilience needed to recognize and avoid negative influences, allowing you to stay focused on what truly matters. This vigilance is not about living in fear of negative influences, but about making conscious choices that align with your values and support your journey toward a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. As we bring our journey through the wisdom of Stoicism to a close, it's important to remember that these teachings are not just philosophical musings from a distant past. They are practical tools for living a life of purpose, resilience, and integrity. Each principle we've explored, from mastering self-control and overcoming negative thinking to turning setbacks into success and avoiding negative influences, is a stepping stone on the path to becoming the best version of yourself. The Stoics believed that true happiness and fulfillment come from living in harmony with your values, facing challenges with courage, and continuously striving to improve yourself. But the journey doesn't end here. In fact, it's just beginning. The wisdom you've gained is only valuable if you apply it to your daily life. Stoicism isn't about grand gestures or radical changes. It's about the small, consistent steps you take every day to align your actions with your highest principles. It's about the choices you make in the moments when no one is watching, the thoughts you entertain when faced with adversity, and the way you respond to both triumphs and setbacks. By integrating Stoic practices into your life, you're not just improving yourself, you're contributing to a better world, one grounded in virtue, wisdom, and resilience. As you reflect on what you've learned, consider the areas of your life where these Stoic principles can make the most impact. Maybe it's in your relationships, where practicing patience and empathy can deepen your connections. Perhaps it's in your career, where resilience and adaptability can turn challenges into opportunities. Or it could be in your personal growth, where self-discipline and mindfulness can help you overcome the habits that hold you back. Whatever your focus, remember that change doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent effort, guided by a clear vision of the person you want to become. Now, let's take this conversation further. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how Stoicism resonates with your life. Have you already started applying these principles, or are there specific challenges you're looking to address with Stoic wisdom? Share your experiences, questions, or insights in the comments below. Your stories not only help you solidify your understanding, but they also inspire others who are on a similar journey. Let's build a community of growth and wisdom, where we learn from each other and support one another in our quest to live a life of purpose and meaning. And if you found this content valuable, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. By subscribing, you'll stay connected to a stream of insights, tips, and strategies designed to help you navigate life with the calm and clarity of a Stoic. Plus, it's the best way to ensure you never miss an update as we continue to explore more tools for personal growth and resilience. Remember, Every step you take in aligning with Stoic principles brings you closer to a life of fulfillment and true success. So, keep striving, keep growing, and keep living with purpose.